Shao Long. Get ready!
Let's go and have some fun!
Can't escape from crossing fate. Fight! Into the front! Uppercut!
Pretty good!
Come on! Counter! Come on! Hold on! Come on! Counter! There!
Pretty good!
Take! Fire!
Up we go! Rifle shot!
Come on!
I'll shoot you down! Rifle shot!
Counter! Down!
I'm
going
There's some
Counter!
Let's go!
Counter!
I'll handle this. Divided. Slaps. Didn't see this coming. It's more than that. Let's do this. Didn't see this coming. Didn't see this coming.
You're tough! We're the most amazing partners, right? Totally in sync. I don't feel like we can lose.
Whoops! Oh no, it's retake.
Are you sure it's real? Wait, if it's real, check the
Just switched it. So,
Okay.
I think
Yeah, I heard it.
So, alright. So here's the game plan. We're going to play some Blaze Blue,
And die.
and then we'll get straight into the predictions.
What's the game volume got bumped up again?
Whoops.
Oh, not that far.
Not that far.
There we go. Alright, 20 should be good. That way we can...
The game plan is this. We're going to play some Blaze Blue for a bit, and then we're going to jump right into the predictions.
You want to play Seth?
Why are you watching the stream?
To make sure it functions.
And we'll play
To make sure
Teddy
the thing works.
and this kid.
And it is in 60 frames, and it looks... It's actually the saturation.
Oh,
was
sweet, I
increased.
got to pick.
Why do you always get to pick?
I don't know, man.
It's not like...
Since
I
it's-
don't think it's loser picks, because, like, I win matches and then I get to pick. It makes no sense. No, you're going to Tedsworth's homeland. I'm just going to call him Tedsworth because it's funny.
No, it's not funny. You're bullying Teddy.
You're bully. He deserves it.
He doesn't.
Look at him.
He doesn't deserve it. He's just an innocent bear.
It's a... Oh, no, he's not.
No, he's not.
An innocent is the last word I would use to describe Teddy.
What is that?
Are you kidding me?
He's a
He
murderer.
hits on all the... actually, no, that's Yosuke. Never mind. Oh my god, bro!
Holy crap, I like this character.
I don't like it when I fight people who play like twice in their lives and then I just lose. That's not okay. He switches to Teddy right. Dude, he keeps, keeps like summoning and switching when I hit. Or does that move force you to?
No, no.
I dodged you. Ha! Oh no!
Stop it, kid. Stop it. No!
Dude, it's so easy. Yeah, remember how I was complaining a minute ago about losing matches to newbies?
You know what?
Never mind.
You know what? Teddy sucks.
Teddy's the best character.
Teddy, no.
Also the worst.
He's not good in the game, but he's best in the. He's the best character.
He's the.
He's the best
In
character,
universe,
but he's
Ted
horrible in this
sucks.
game. Horrible, low tier, bottom of the bed, trash.
Bottom of the bin.
Trash.
Low tier garbage.
Number
Well, like you, Andrew.
Womp womp womp.
Number 15. Burger King split lettuce. The last thing you'd want in your Burger King burger. Sounds like split fungus.
Fun gas. But as it turns out, that might be what you get.
Yeah.
He talks like a computer generated voice. It's like a text to
Number 15.
No, it's a real guy.
Number 15.
It's a real guy just speaking like that.
Number 15. Separiah. We'll go. I want to say Teddy, but no. Fedora Man and this dude.
This dude. Two garbage.
Frog Boy!
No.
We're gonna go. Where's it? Random. Where are we dropping, boys?
Fellow gamers. What's up, gamers?
So is that? Oh, it's the chairman.
Yeah, it's the folding chair boy,
Chair Boy.
who may or may not be confused about his sexual orientation. That's not a joke.
Persona's a weird series.
Yeah, I know. Oh, dude, it looks like a fucking leprechaun. Oh, wait.
What'd you call me, kid?
I said leprechaun. And, oh, God, now I'm getting kicked for it. Yeah, I'm going to lose now that I said that, aren't I? Dude, you have knives. This isn't fair. It's not my fault I brought a chair to a... Ugh. God, really? Broski. Dude.
Hey,
dude.
kid. I figured out how to swim.
Lucky Charms.
No.
Like, I saw that costume and the first thing I thought of was just like oh, you're in for it now.
No!
Oh, dude, that and Resonance Blaze, you're gonna hit me though. No, you're not. I lied.
No!
I'm good at lying.
No!
I'm good at lying, aren't I, viewers? You know it.
Yes!
That's not quite it though. No, I wanted a quarter circle. No, die. Be lower. No. Oh, oh no, my glasses. Just keep zooming off my face. Thankfully, they didn't.
Why, Fedora Boy?
It's yeah. Oh, that was an interesting noise.
Jeff, what did we say about swearing?
Bad language.
It didn't sound like I
Honestly,
said a
we
bad
should-
word.
What?
It didn't sound like I said a bad word.
Yeah, we could have just ignored it and moved on, but no.
Yeah.
You do fit.
Yeah, because I was laughing.
Frick! That sounded weird. I don't know what happened to me there. I
Yeah,
didn't mean.
stroke.
I did not mean to do that. Okay.
R/stroke.
R slash. I need to find that.
R/.
That sounds like the subreddit for me.
No, it was R/I had a stroke.
Christopher
Oh,
Robinson!
Correction, it was R/ had stroke.
This kid. He said it again.
He knows it gets on the nerves. That's what it says.
Oh no.
How could you be so wrong
How
about
could I?
anything? It's not a guy. Oh no! Don't get picked.
Whoops.
Okay, maybe it is. Maybe they did change it so that loser picks.
Yes.
I
I get to pick all the stages.
So so what colors are your Yosuke? Did you change it to green?
Yeah, all
Okay.
Yosuke.
I picked default Yosuke.
Default skin?
If he gets announced for Smash tomorrow, I'm breaking my Switch in half. I'm
Why?
serious. I don't
Why?
care how much money I invest into it.
Okay, why?
Default skin.
Oh, default skin. I thought you were talking about Yosuke.
Yep. I mean, Yosuke wouldn't get in. Okay, he's a secondary character, and Joker's already there, so we got an Atlas. But bruh. You know what? All right, time for. Did you see your knives over there? Fight fire with fire, you know. That's how it be in Japan.
Switch.
That sounds like
Switch.
something everyone would say.
Goodbye. You thought you could play the game this time, kid?
No, I want to play. No, I want to play. No, I want to play.
Guess what, kid? You can pick the stage.
Oh no! This game's like Marvel. No one, you don't get to play. You don't get to play. Only I get to play.
Only I get to play.
What did you press? Why'd you press it?
What'd you say, kid? What'd you say, kid? Imagine they add Persona 5 characters
To this game?
Yeah, imagine
that would be neat.
Then they're gonna have to change the
I do.
logo.
No, here's what's even better. They make a Persona 5 fighting game.
What?
That is, I mean, it happened with 4. It happened with 4. That's why this whole row of
That's
characters
why Teddy's here.
That's why Teddy's. Yeah, that is why Teddy's here. Because there's a Persona 4 fighting
You know
game.
what? Screw it.
And
Let's
so
try
if
this
we're going by the
character.
lists, unless Scramble has taken the place of the fighting game and they're not making one this time, which would really suck, then that means that's somewhere in the near future. That's a thing.
So I'm trying out the new character from the new series.
How?
How bad am I gonna regret it, chat?
I don't know.
Oh wait, no, we don't even have
Yep,
chat.
it's
for it.
loser. I have chat open. No one's there.
Thanks, guys.
It's
You're
early in the morning. The
I
heck
know.
do you expect?
It's 11 o'clock. It's not that early.
Early for summer.
I cannot, like, I can't sleep in. Because I just, like, I'm so used to waking up at, like, 5 in the morning to get ready for school. That, like, I just can't sleep in.
Anime.
Anime nonsense. Hold on. Any new music? Oh, yep. There's your new song.
There's a new song.
The one new song.
Ragnarok.
Alright, yeah, default. 5 ways Mario Kart Tour makes Mario Kart 8 its beta. No. Whatever it is, no. Yeah!
Johnny! No, I should have played this on.
It's Ted.
Alright, next round we gotta go.
Baseball bat.
Next round we gotta do Teddy Dittos.
Teddy Dittos. Oh, I had a boxing glove there
Stop
for a second.
again!
Did you see that?
Why are you so good?
Dude, Teddy is low tier trash. What are you talking about? Alright, come on.
I don't like the
I remember
voice
Chef
acting.
Kawasaki. Anybody here?
Remember Chef Kawasaki? Yeah, I remember.
Teddy,
I
no!
remember
All of it. And how he
Teddy,
got
no!
announced for an assist trophy in Smash Brothers. Oh no! I got stabbed in the lower abdomen area.
Thanks, chat.
Bro, okay.
Teddy's down.
Look, can we not?
Teddy's down.
I'm gonna delete that. And the other thing, I forgot to delete that earlier. Hold on. Yeah, this. I just took that to show you that
Delete this.
Ted's worth was a human.
Somebody explain this to me.
I don't remember the whole thing about it.
She's named Heart.
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 Yeah.
I get easily.
Yeah, Heart. Heart, I know. A-I-N-O.
Why?
That's because that's her name.
Imagine
There's
good
nothing
name
else to it. That's just what her name is. I don't play those games. I don't know.
You want to see, pal? I can get one for you.
That's fine.
Yeah, you'll get one off Craigslist.
Craigslist. Hashtag. Okay, no. Pick Teddy. We're doing Teddy Dittos.
Oh yeah, alright. Hold on.
Is there a green
Teddy
Teddy?
and
Oh.
it's a light green Teddy. Is that
Ew.
good enough? Ew.
Let's go with a darker Teddy.
Find another scumbag to use.
Oh yeah, found him. Where is he? There he is.
Wait, I was gonna pick him though.
But I was
Do
gonna-
it!
Pick Green Yosuke. Is there a green? There should be a Green Yosuke.
There is a
in
green
here.
Yosuke.
Yeah, there you go. Color 4. Alright,
Random.
let's see. Let's go to, where's the mall area? No, that's not it. Convenience store. Here we go. And, Burn My Dread. Even though we can barely hear it. I'll put it on anyway. Alright, Teddy going first. Yeah!
Teddy Dittos!
The Battle of the Degenerates. That's what this is.
That's why they're best friends!
Oh, they are not best friends.
Why?
Because the whole bear thing freaks you out. That looks so weird. Look at him waddling.
Oh,
Bruh, why can I not block? I'm holding back. I'm holding back for days. Is my L button the baseball bat, or is that something else? Yep, L button is the baseball bat, which I didn't get to use. Thanks, Yosuke. No, no. Oh, you did the same thing. Oh, God. Come on, really? Dab. Oh, you didn't get to see the dab. He was in midair. He totally dabs when he does that thing, though.
But dabbing is dead.
Ah! Oh, God. No, I want to... Yeah, I'm the original Yosuke. This isn't
I
fair.
am the real one, you faker!
Game cheats. Andrew cheats. You heard it here first.
Heard it here first. Don't worry, a couple more rounds and then we'll get into the predictions. And then we'll have something.
Why do the predictions now?
That's a good question.
Jeff? What? What? The options. Okay, let's just... Oh, look.
Christopher and Robin!
Yeah.
Is not going to accept it, I take it?
Nah.
I'm talking to Skylar.
No.
I don't even care anymore.
let's-
I'm already dead inside a little bit.
Persona 4 Pro Tag.
Protagonist. I think in one of the openings, I think it was Persona 4 Golden's opening, instead of calling him Yuna or Kami, they didn't have an official name yet, so they just called him Hero.
Hero.
Just Hero. Not even protagonist.
Be a
Hero.
Oh, hey, I get
Everyone
pick.
else said they're... Yeah, you get to pick.
But then you lose?
See what I mean? It's random.
It's weird. It's
I
really
totally
weird.
lost that match. Maybe it's just like a set number of matches and then... Well, I mean, we've played... This is the 8th one. I don't know why we would do it before... Oh my god. Just loaded her gauntlets. Alright.
Oh, freak.
Freak. Hey, you know what? Hold on. Already.
Oh, heck.
Go for it.
I don't like this.
Uh.
I'm losing.
Yeah. Take it like a man. Oh!
The one thing you couldn't do.
Oh no! Oh!
No!
That's it.
No! Woo!
Almost full health on both characters. What? I didn't hear that.
You're toast?
That's it.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Clench. What does that have to do with anything?
That means you get. Have you ever tried a handshake like this? No,
Yeah,
you
but
do
why
it
is
like
the person
this.
like this?
No, because they're Cause they want to punch you.
Oh.
It's a fighting game. I mean, if they're fists
But that's the
punch,
victory theme!
then that-
They just won!
no, the opponent. Alright, let's look here.
Random. I don't like this.
Naruto and Naruto.
Naruto and Naruto?
Shut up.
No, we got Naruto and Boruto. Father and son.
I saw this video. I
Boruto.
saw this video, and they said like, what was it? They said like Naruto's dad's son, or no, Boruto's dad's son, which makes no sense because Boruto's dad is Naruto, and Naruto's son is Boruto. So saying Boruto's dad's son, the son of his dad, and that would just be Boruto. His script was looked over by other people, by the way.
You're not making sense.
I didn't say it. That guy said it.
Which guy?
You know, the one guy who's like, oh god.
God.
Yeah, God said Boruto's dad's son.
Whoa, guns!
Oh yeah. Welcome to Blaze Blue. I hope you we both had like
She's horrible. Get her out of
She's the
here.
best character. Oh no, really that far reach? Aha, I get kicked.
Oh heck.
Just getting kicked a bunch. Oh no. Ah, frick. I shot and there we go. Now my shots are landing. I didn't know what the range was on these things. Yeah, you're not alive.
You
Wait,
did the
Is
knockdown.
the stream picking up me playing Minecraft?
I don't think so. Not very well, at least. Since you're all the way back there. Naruto and Naruto win. And then I'm saying,
Hey, well, why Naruto named his kid Boruto?
Boruto.
Because he's boring.
wah wah wah. I mean, it is Naruto, so.
You got a point. Imagine like.
The characters are self-aware they're in a show that's boring.
That doesn't make any sense. That's not how that should work. That should be the reason it's funny and exciting. Man, like, that show can't do anything right. Yeah, I said it. Come at me.
Come on,
I don't care.
We're gonna lose 250,000 subs.
Hey, you're picking my old team.
Oh yeah.
Now I'll pick my new team against
Why do
it.
you hate the new guy?
Because he's a piece of garbage.
Why is he a piece
He's also
of
not
garbage?
new guy. He crashed his bike into a trash can.
Well, he's cool.
No, he is anti-cool.
He's anti.
What makes him anti-cool?
I don't think cool people wear trash cans on
He's
their
cool
heads.
as Cool Cat. From Cool Cat Saves the Kids.
Shout out to that.
No. I mean, sure. Don't sue us.
Why do you have a green?
That's when we get a
Yeah,
copyright
agree-
strike just by saying cool
agree.
cat. Watch.
No, we didn't show off any gameplay.
Gameplay of Cool Cats? You
Yeah,
said gameplay.
Didn't you hear at E3?
Oh, no.
EA's making a Cool Cat game.
Yeah, that sounds like something EA would do. You know, make a thing no one asked for and no one cares about.
By the way, is there a tuba?
That's
is there a
EA
tuba?
for ya.
Wait, is there a tuba gun and Ruby?
No, but there is a trumpet that just the sound waves are the projectile. Just really loud sound waves are the projectile.
But
Also, the guy that uses it, his name is Flint Cole. He plays the trumpet and the sound waves hurt people.
we're all
Ow.
paper in the bathroom, so.
Okay.
Turlet purper.
Yeah.
I'm no longer alive. That's sad.
I just beat you with your own team.
Team, that's the team I picked. That was my launch day / beta team.
Yeah, you remember the stream that we did? Or video?
Yeah, it was just a video. The video with the music that was way too loud. Because that was the first time I was doing like a...
I found the most broken character.
And she has not been nerfed since, I don't think. Because if she did, that attack wouldn't work.
You get
But then again, it is like the standard Y combo, so... Maybe they don't think they have to nerf it. They really should, though. I don't know. In a game like this, where I'm just playing for fun, I don't really notice if a character gets buffed or nerfed.
Yeah,
like, if they go from being the worst to the best, I probably won't notice it.
Is this game really in the competitive scene?
It's going to be at EVO again this year, so yeah, I'd say it's competitive. It was at EVO last year, and it's
realized we hardly pick anyone from this series.
I don't know any of these characters.
Boring, generic anime protagonist.
And his love interest.
His boring love interest. Uh-oh! Akuma!
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, dude, thanks for the idea. Big boys. Big fellas.
I can take it that this is the psychopath because he's bloody.
Yeah, crazy boy.
Crazy.
Also, apparently, Under Night and Birth is getting its own slot at E3 this year.
So
that means 3 games that Arc System Works was involved with are getting to be at EVO this year.
This is a combination you're not really expecting. Teddy and Weiss.
Alright.
Teddy and Weiss.
Yes. Alright, prepare to have half the screen taken away by my character's mass. No, I'm serious. Watch this.
Wait, what?
Wait. Yeah. See? Half the screen. Per character. Look at that! My claw's reaching you and I haven't moved.
Teddy, you ready to kill some people?
Watch you still win. That'd be hilarious.
Teddy, destroy him. Ah! Teddy, no! Teddy, no! Teddy, go!
Oh no, you stabbed me. I just kicked you. I don't know how to do the, was it,
No!
Easy.
Teddy's
He just laughs forever. He just laughs forever. Teddy loses.
Teddy loses, he laughs.
Low tier trash. Trash.
Trash.
I'm the trash man. I eat garbage. I come out. I throw around garbage, and then I start eating the garbage.
Alright, you ready to do the predictions part, or no?
I've been ready for the past, 20 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna...
So, let's go.
Okay.
Well, let's mash buttons in the background.
You still want to play some video games?
Let's press buttons and talk.
Sure, let me get my list. And then we'll talk about E3.
I don't have a list.
You have a list in your mind.
in my brain cells.
Okay,
and
so...
that list has F-Zero in there somewhere, because it always does.
In the deepest, darkest...
Like, that's the one Nintendo series that hasn't made it come... Mother hasn't.
No, Reggie picture. No, we can have what you
Reginald. Dude, that would be really cool, though. Alright, Broske and...
Okay, so I'll pick that. Okay, so... For first party, I have one... I'm going to start out with a bang for this. I have Super Mario Odyssey 2. It's very unlikely, but I think it has a shot. Because more likely is Super Mario 3D World port.
No more ports, please.
No more, but I mean 3D World would be pretty cool. Come on, Nintendo, listen to me here.
What's the meaning of this? Can I just not?
But I thought Super Mario Maker, not Mario Maker 2.
Mario Maker 2.
Super Mario Odyssey 2 would be good because, like, you remember Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2, right?
Yeah.
Well, Galaxy 1 came out around the same time as Odyssey. No.
What?
No, both Odyssey.
What are you talking about?
Like, I'm talking about seasonal, like, month by month.
I broke your persona.
You broke my persona?
Your purse owner. It means nothing though.
But, from what I've heard, Galaxy 1 was released somewhere in, like, the Christmas range.
Yeah.
And then Galaxy 2 was released in the spring of, like, the following couple of years.
Yeah, Galaxy 1 was 2007,
So,
Galaxy 2 was 2010.
If there's a chance of Super Mario Odyssey 2 coming out, I'd see it coming out in 2020, but this is very, very unlikely.
Yeah.
I think what they're trying to do, and this is why I'm mainly associated with my most of my first party predictions, is that they're going to try to kill off the 3DS by moving its handheld series to the Switch. What about you? What's your first prediction where that relates to first party?
If they would have a new F-Zero, that would be cool.
Oh, okay.
See, I'm trying to do the same thing I did in 2017, where it's like, I say, yeah, F-Zero would be cool, but it probably won't happen, and then it gets announced. Because that happened a couple years back.
With Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, exactly. So hopefully it works again this year.
Hopefully, but we may never know. I mean, would it be cool to have F-Zero? Because, like, when was the last F-Zero game? Was that on GameCube?
It was the Game Boy Advance one in, like, 2000... God, I don't even remember. Let me look it up before we get the match started.
Alright, yeah. But how likely do you think it would be if we got a new F-Zero?
I don't know. The reason F-Zero hasn't been around... Yeah, F-Zero Climax is the Game Boy Advance game. It came out in 2004. So it's been 15 years since the last F-Zero game. So the reason it hasn't come back yet is because, like, I want to say Miyamoto said, like, we don't really have any new ideas
Mario
for how we
Kart,
can change the game up.
But you're keeping up Mario Kart, and I can see that you can easily do the F-Zero.
Yeah, they have
because,
like
the
the
anti-gravity mechanic, the flying mechanic, the underwater mechanic.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't have anything, that's fine. Just rehash it.
Well, at the same time,
introduce a story mode or something of the sort, but
yeah, just make GX again, honestly.
Or just
maybe not copy and paste the thing, but like make a game as awesome as GX. It won't be easy to do because, like, I don't know. Maybe they could bring back the Amusement Vision guys that made GX, and they can come back and make a sequel, or they can get, I don't know, maybe give Next Level Games some more work because they don't have enough of that.
Oh yeah, you got a point.
Yeah, because they have a decent track record. They make games every few years, basically. You know, so they're kind of standard in that aspect because they had like Luigi Mansion Dark Moon, and then like I found out recently they were the guys that made Punch Out for the Wii.
They did?
Yeah, I didn't know that was them. I thought that was just Nintendo. But no, Next Level Games made the Wii version of Punch Out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
They also made Mario Strikers, both of those games, I think. And we're also responsible for everyone's favorite Metroid game, Federation Force.
Oh yeah, everyone loves that.
I think, honestly, now that we've gotten Prime 4 and Samus Returns, I think no one, like, they're over it.
Okay, so
Federation Force is an
an
alright game.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's like
I just wish it wasn't full 3DS retail price. I wish it was like $30 or less.
Like on the eShop.
Yeah, like an eShop game. Blast Ball, a demo of Blast Ball is up for free on the eShop.
Blast Ball is just free.
Oh, like the game? I thought that was just I thought that was just a demo. I realized the game itself was separate and free.
But yeah.
I like how they bamboozled us. 2015 when it got announced? It was like they had the Nintendo World Championships 2015, and they had Blast Ball there. They didn't call it Metroid Prime though. They just said Blast Ball.
They
later,
did.
and then no Metroid name attached, and then a couple days later, when the actual press conference happened, it was Metroid Prime Federation Force, and it had Blast Ball in there too.
And that was the same E3 where everything was horrible.
Everything went bad. Everything went rotten.
I'm hoping, like, I'm just hoping that this
So much so that they decided to play it safe the next year and only show Zelda.
And then 2017 happened, and oh boy. Random. That ain't good.
Is that a good team? It could be a good team. I don't know.
So,
are you gonna use it effectively? Is the question.
No. But,
okay.
The second prediction I have is one of two things. Why am I having it one of two things? Because there's one thing that could happen, another thing that might happen. That being a Mario and Luigi Partners in Time remake for the Switch.
Oh wow, his hair just changed color.
Or a brand new Mario and Luigi game. What do you think?
Yeah, either that or a new Paper Mario game, because like the last one was Color Splash, right? Like if you don't count Paper Jam, then the last one was Color Splash, and that was like 2015.
The last one was Color. Yeah, the
2016?
last one was Color Splash. I don't think Paper Jam came out. Paper Jam came out before Paper Mario.
So it's been a little bit. Basically, is what I'm getting at.
It would be cool to get a Paper
So
Mario.
hopefully, like they learn like what problems people have with like Color Splash and Sticker Star and try to improve on that. Since they've been willing to go back to the RPG thing with Sticker Star, but it didn't turn out so well. So maybe hopefully they figure out what went wrong, what happened.
Or just make a good Paper Mario game with a good story, like how they did with Super Paper Mario.
Well, I mean, people were upset about that because people just want the RPG. Because Thousand Year Door is the best game ever, guys.
And the original Paper Mario.
Apparently, it's the only good GameCube game.
Apparently, but
yeah. It's just so people want that RPG. So if they could just like figure out why people didn't like Color Splash and Sticker Star, and just like improve on those mechanics and give us something akin to like the first one, or the second one.
Yeah, like main reason why I went with Partners in Time is because they skipped over it, and I'm not sure if you've seen GenericJoe's reaction. I was in there, and when they revealed the remake of Bowser's Inside Story, I was just like, what?
Yeah, there was confusion because they skipped over Partners in Time.
They skipped over Partners in Time, and for good reason, because if the 3DS is dying out, and you need to pick something, but it's like you're probably going to have time for 2 remakes. If you remake Bowser's Inside Story with the 3DS, that's perfect for the game. But it came out at a bad time because you could buy the game on the DS.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Another thing I want to know is like, so if Metroid Prime 4 is not the big game that Retro's working on, then what is it? Because Retro's been saying for a while they've got like a new big game coming out. Prime 4 got announced and they're like, oh no, we're not even involved in that.
What do you
now they are getting involved with it.
So what do you think it could be?
I have no clue. Like if they're hyping it up this much and just saying like it's a new big project, I'm guessing it's not a third like. I'm guessing it's not another Donkey Kong Country game. I do want that to happen. I just don't want the big project that they're talking about to be that.
Do you think it will be like a new?
Because like if they hype it up for this long and it's just like, oh, it's another Donkey Kong Country game that people just kind of expected anyway, that would be a tad upsetting. I want it to be something different. You know, just like announce the, or just announce the third, like, a sequel to Tropical Freeze and Returns and say like, oh yeah, but this isn't the big project that we were talking about though, or something like that.
Alright, here's my...
Yeah, because that would be perfect. Like, we have Returns for the Wii, Tropical Freeze for the Wii U, and then the third one for Switch.
I mean, we also got Tropical Freeze on the Switch, but...
Yeah, and Returns on 3DS. That means whatever the third one is, it'll come out on the next Nintendo system as well.
Right. I mean, like, here, my honest question is this. Would it be like a new IP or that one rumored game, which was the Star Fox.
That was Starlink. That was Starlink stuff. That got debunked when they announced the Starlink update because there's a racing mode in there.
No.
And people thought that was a Star Fox Grand Prix game. It was just an update for Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Oh my god.
Thank God for that too, because like you can imagine the salt that would be had if it was an actual like standalone game. But no, it's just a mode, a racing mode in Starlink.
Yeah.
That they had. It was not its own separate game. So I mean, they weren't wrong. It was a racing thing, and Star Fox is in it. It's just not the Star Fox Grand Prix that everyone thought it was going to be. You know, which is a good thing.
But, you know, you can't really predict what Nintendo's going to do. But, I mean, too bad it ain't Star Fox Grand Prix, but, I mean...
What do you mean, too bad?
Too bad, too sad. Oops-a-poopsie.
Oops-a-poops. Wait, we both have a character with blonde hair and a character with white hair?
You know, you're
that was
right.
not intentional.
Okay, so I have a prediction for a game that we already know about. Mario Maker 2. I think at E3, they're going to have a small trailer, and they're going to reveal the last mode.
The last, like, extra mode?
Yes. Which will either be Super Mario Brothers 2 or Super Mario Brothers Land. The first one.
It's just called Super Mario Land, actually. It's just
Super Mario Land. Oops.
I forgot, by the way, Gatling gun. No. Yes, do you need something? You are invading my personal space.
What?
Oh, come on, I was gonna make your character be not alive. Oh god, now I'm getting kicked.
Oh.
Really? Oh, wow.
Dang.
Bang,
But,
bang.
What do you think? Do you think that'll happen, or do you think it'll just like happen like in a later direct? As like free DLC?
I don't know. I mean, the fact that we had this whole direct, we know that game and Sword and Shield are not going to get a big focus at E3, aside from like the demo booths at Nintendo's floor.
And possibly like a little...
Yeah, where you can go and just play the game. Also, did you see like how people were reacting to the fact that Animal Crossing was not on that list of games that are playable on the show floor?
I mean, you can't really predict Animal Crossing because like, I mean...
And people thought like, duh, Nintendo's making a big mistake. They're not going to have Animal Crossing in 3D. It's like, what? No, that's not at all what that means. Are you dumb?
What?
They actually said like that the fact that it's not playable on the show floor means it's not going to be at E3 whatsoever.
And plus they said, and more!
Yeah, so, and more. And plus, how do you demo Animal Crossing?
I mean...
Like, what could you possibly do? Oh, well, let's do a fishing minigame. That'll really sell people on this new installment.
Oh, yeah.
Or bug catching. You know, like...
So
that is the... that makes
really,
no sense whatsoever. It's not at the show floor, therefore it won't be there in any capacity. Is probably like the worst logic I've heard in quite a while.
Now that we're on the topic of Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
When do you think it'll come out?
They said 2019. I'm gonna hold them to that. I mean, no one thought that Xenoblade 2 would come out in 2019, but it did. Granted, it was December, but it happened.
Honestly, I was...
no, 2017. Did I say 2019?
I was thinking Animal Crossing will be out like in December.
Oh, month. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking... Actually, so I was looking at game releases, and I'm going to point something out here in a minute that I forgot about when I was coming up with this. So between now and the end of the year, it's like at least one big game per month. So June is Mario Maker 2.
July is Fire Emblem.
July is Fire Emblem and Ultimate Alliance 3. August, we don't know. September, we don't know. October, we don't know. November is Gen 8. In December, we don't know. So I'm thinking what they'll do is August. I think I said Luigi's Mansion would come out in October.
That's a good prediction.
Because, it's a spooky game. So it makes sense that would come out in October. And then I thought what was it? Daemon X Machina would come out in September.
I was thinking
August. Animal Crossing would be oh no, Astral Chain is coming out in August. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Astral Chain's at the very end of August. So there's that. Daemon X Machina September, and then Animal Crossing December. Forgot about Link's Awakening until they showed that game's playable at the show floor. I'm like, oh yeah, that could be in there somewhere.
I think Link's Awakening will probably be September.
Yeah, that would make sense.
That's just my prediction.
I mean, with all the other games coming out, I don't know if I'll be able to get it at launch, but
There's a lot.
I mean, if it's coming out in September, then that means Astral Chain's coming out right before that, and I gotta prioritize that. It's a platinum game.
So you got a prediction? Since I made one.
For another game.
Yeah, for another game.
Well, Well, in terms of first party, all I can really think of is a new Star Fox game. Not a port of Zero, but a different game. Because like I said a little bit ago, there are two series. Star Fox got a return with Zero. So they didn't have so F-Zero and Mother are the only series to not have a comeback in some way. Because Star Fox got one, Metroid got one. Kid Icarus got one.
Yeah, Kid Icarus.
For God's sake, okay? But Star Fox, been a few years. I think if they, as long as the motion controls are either. Now I didn't have a problem with the motion controls in Zero. I'm weird. I can actually.
You can tolerate them.
I can tolerate the motion controls.
You grew
I
up
can
with
tolerate. I did not. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. I got used to the controls. Here's the weird thing. I got used to the controls in Star Fox Zero and enjoyed the game. I got used to the controls in Kid Icarus Uprising. Loved that game. Can't get used to the controls in Sonic Heroes, even though it's a standard controller.
Yeah.
That game is just
So you
rough.
think there's going to be a new Star Fox game?
I'm kind of thinking, so either to make people happy, either have the motion controls be an option or just not there at all. Granted, Joy-Cons and Pro Controllers have motion controls and stuff like that in them. They probably will have it in some capacity, but as long as it's optional, that's fine. Because there are some games that have motion controls. It's it's there if you want it.
What's happening?
We're doing a podcast or predictions,
Oh.
or we're playing some Digi games.
Wait, was that Wally I seen?
I just went with random.
It may be. He went random. That's the only reason you would pick Gordo.
Or anyone from this series.
But yeah, as for what they could do for Star Fox Zero, I don't know. I mean,
or
or Star Fox on the Switch would be I don't know. Maybe they could do since we've gone through 2 reboots of Star Fox now, I think what they should do at this point is just continue on again, and maybe they could just try and take their own path instead of it being 64 and then Adventures and then Assault and then Commands with their weird storylines. Then by the end it's just what are you even doing anymore? Maybe this time they can start from scratch and try to do what they did originally, which was do Star Fox and then Star Fox 2, so we can get the equivalent of Star Fox 2, which they would call Star Fox 1 if we're going by number conventions, go 0 to 1. It's like the Xbox One.
Yeah.
But they could probably just do maybe even include some of the characters from Star Fox 2, because as far as I'm aware, the only official release of Star Fox 2 is in the SNES Classic.
Yep.
Finally got finished and released for that. So they don't have we haven't seen those characters since that game. So maybe they could bring them to HD and try and essentially breathe a new life, the original vision of Star Fox
2.
Yeah, but like into this own series that Nintendo has full control over instead of like 3 developers.
Yeah.
Because I think like Rare handled Adventures, Namco did Assault. Don't know who did Command, but like after Command especially did not know what it wanted with its plot. It just like with the multiple endings especially, like that makes it hard. Like, what do you consider the canon ending? They all suck. They're all like weird and like they don't make sense. Like, there's one ending where Fox and Falco decide, you know what, let's go to the races, and they turn their R-Wings into F-Zero machines.
Oh yeah, I remember.
And
there was like another one where it's like Crystal breaks up with Fox.
Yeah, and then just runs away and joins no, she doesn't join Star Wars. She like becomes her own thing called Cursed with a K, and just like it's just why? What is any of this anymore? And Crystal is only in Star Fox, those older games, because she was going to be a character in the original version of Adventures called Dinosaur Planet. She was a character there, and then they put her in Star Fox Adventures when they turned it into a Star Fox game.
Yeah.
That's the only reason she was in any of them to begin with.
So it's like...
So if Nintendo wants to basically hit reset again and make it so that, you know, they get full control, they don't have any other developers interfering unless they want them to, they could just, like, try and do what they wanted to do in the first place, and, like, you know, because, like, the story of Star Fox Zero, for the most part, is the same as 64. It's, like, it adds a little bit to 64, but overall it's pretty much the same. Gameplay-wise, it could go any which way. Hopefully it's one of those, like, Titanfall 2 situations where it's, like, the first game wasn't so great, but the second game was fantastic. But in that same kind of regard, that could be a problem because, like, with Titanfall 2, because the first game wasn't all that well loved, people were a bit cautious about the sequel when that got announced. Then it turned out to be a fantastic game, but it didn't sell as well as the first one because it had the reputation of the first game before it. You know, and I'm worried for Star Fox in that matter because Star Fox Zero did not even break 500,000, I don't think. Yeah. It didn't even break 250,000, I don't think. I don't know the exact number. It's been a while.
I mean, it's probably also because the Wii U didn't do well. But...
Yeah, that probably is part of it. But, like, you know, even so, Mario Kart 8 and, like, Smash 4 sold fairly well on that system.
Right.
Though Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold more units. There were more units of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold than there were units of the Wii U sold. And Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the best-selling game on the Switch, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Because it's not, like, it's, like, Ultimate's creeping up there. Ultimate might get #1, and that's fine, because that's a new game. Breath of the Wild is also a new game, and that was #1 for a bit. Yeah. But this random, well, like, okay, maybe not random, but, like,
port.
Like, this Wii U port of a game that did fairly well on the Wii U ended up selling more on Switch, more units than any other game on the system, and more units than the previous system as a whole. It's just weird.
Other goals.
Yeah. So you want to hear one of my most insane predictions?
What?
Okay. And this may be very likely, but I want to hear your reaction to this. So during the Direct, Nintendo's going to reveal a all-new online service, or an app for the online service.
For Super Nintendo games?
For Super Nintendo games or Game Boy that will be released after the Direct.
Or during.
Or during the Direct.
I don't know. It's usually like right after the presentation's over. Oh, also, don't know if you heard, supposedly it's going to be 40 minutes again.
Really?
So that's good.
Oh, that's a relief.
So hopefully that new character for Smash Brothers doesn't take up 24 of those minutes like it did last year. And here's the thing, like, I went on and on and on about how much I love Smash Brothers, and yet I rated, like, in terms of, like, who had the best E3 conferences, I still rated Nintendo 4th, because it's like, yeah, I love Smash, but like,
there's
having
just not that much.
more than half the conference be Smash And like the fact that this stuff that wasn't Smash just kind of was, for the most part, like there was a new game announced, and it was Super Mario Party. You know, so and there was like a DLC for Xenoblade 2. There was Daemon X Machina, which still looks pretty cool, I'd say, but like, you know, people care more about like the first party games than they do the third party. Not that they hate the third party.
I mean, not to mention
it's just that it's a Nintendo console. They expect to see the hot new first party Nintendo games.
Not to mention
that's part of the reason why some people even buy the system in the first place.
Yeah, not to mention they started off poorly with Daemon X Machina. That was one of, if not the most weirdest ways.
Yeah, that's a weird way to start.
Because, like, okay, 1 year for E3, they started off with a Smash character. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, and this year it could happen again. And I haven't experienced that kind of hype literally in years since we had those E3 presentations. Like, I miss the days in Smash 4 where it's like, oh, hey, it's a new Nintendo Direct, and then here's a Smash character to go along with it.
How did 2017 start off?
2017 for Smash Brothers?
No.
Like
for
what?
E3.
For E3 2017. I think it started with that sizzle reel. Was showing off like arms and Rocket League and stuff like that. That's how they started off. I don't know what they showed off after.
That was cool, but wasn't really mind-blowing.
Speaking of, while we're on the subject of Smash Brothers, let's dedicate a portion of the podcast to talking about what that character could be.
Yes, and I actually have...
So there's quite a few ideas.
So...
Some first party, some third
party. Goku!
Let's shut your mouth!
So let's discuss one thing. How many characters do you think will be there?
In the E3 Direct, I'd say...
Shut up!
I'm thinking... I've said this before, I've seen other people say it too, but... What I'm thinking is... We were told updates on characters.
We were told update on one character.
Update on DLC for Smash Brothers. That is what we were told we were getting. Okay?
Yes.
So most likely that means one fighter. But I think it's at most going to be two. And Andrew and I actually said this before the stream. Hey, can you hit the button?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Andrew and I were talking about this before the stream started, but like we were thinking 2 character announcements. I don't know if they would be one after another because I don't think they.
I think it will be like one at the beginning, one at the end.
Yeah. So one character at the beginning, and it's like new update coming out today with that character, and then the second character gets revealed at the end. It's like, all right, that'll be out in a couple months.
Yeah. It'll be
Here's the problem, though. Usually, when they announce a character and have it in the game, as we've seen from Piranha Plant and Joker, they change the game version to version 2 and version 3 respectively. And we just got a balance patch like a couple weeks ago. Or not even a couple weeks. It was like not even 2 weeks ago, I don't think.
You have a point.
3.1.0. So that means if they were to have 4.0.0, we'd get another balance patch after we already had a big one. So I don't know. That just seems kind of weird to me. Or maybe or who knows, maybe they just won't have the character come out at E3. Or they just won't call it version 4, something like that. We don't know. We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah,
but like,
so
I just don't know how they're gonna do it for versions. Like, it makes sense. It's like, here's a new DLC character out now, because like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
You know, especially with Nintendo stuff. It's like, here's a new cool thing. Hey, you can get it right now at this very moment in time.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they've done that for DLC necessarily, but they have done that before. Like Tetris 99. That got announced in a Direct, and it's like, all right, available now. Fortnite as well was also
available the same day.
God, can you imagine this year it's Apex Legends for Switch?
No.
Why not PUBG?
Don't give them ideas.
No, because
don't give them ideas. But anyway, as for the character,
PUBG's real dead.
As for the character, here's my guess. Going off what Skylar said earlier. If there was a chance of 2 characters, I'll present 2 options here. Let's go with the first one that we proposed. The 2 characters idea.
And pick your character.
Okay.
In this other fighting game.
But...
Teddy, Rachel Alucard.
But the thing is this. Is...
What?
If...
Teddy, Rachel Alucard. It almost sounds like a word.
If we're going with the first character here, I think it will be Erdrick, the Dragon Quest hero. Because there's been a lot of talk about him being in the game, and if anyone's going to be announced and released on the same day, it's going to be him. And as much as people are going to hate it, well, suck it up.
Not true.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up.
Because I'm not looking forward to it, but just going based off of what Nintendo may do, that's a more likely shot. But as for the final character that will be worked on and released a couple months later, I think it very could well be Banjo-Kazooie. What about you?
Why not Gino?
Gino, he's long dead. I doubt he did.
Yeah, I think Geno fans just kind of gave up hope after a bit.
There's still some hope actually out there.
There's still hope, but I mean, he's a spirit. And
I don't know. We don't know if spirits deconfirm characters or not, because the two characters that got in the game through DLC were not spirits in the original game, but like, we don't know if, like, oh, there is a Geno spirit, but he could still be in the game, because, like, people are saying that about Mii costumes, and, like, half the Mii costumes are characters in the game now. It's weird. And people were saying that about Smash 4 trophies as well. Like, there's a Lucas and Mewtwo trophy, which means they're deconfirmed, right? But they were, like, they were the first two DLC characters, I think. Actually, no, Lucas was the third for Smash 4. And, so I agree with the Banjo-Kazooie thing, but what I'm thinking is that instead of him being the third character, I think he should be the last character.
right.
Because like that would be great. It's like the first DLC. The first DLC character is something that no one thought could actually happen, and the final DLC character is something no one thought could actually happen. Like we wanted Joker in the game. We wanted Banjo-Kazooie in the game, but we didn't think it could actually happen, and then it happened, and then we were like, yay. And I'm hoping that's the same thing for Banjo-Kazooie. I kind of want him to be the last character. As for the two getting announced at E3...
Or one.
If
it was
just one, I'm kind of thinking Dante from DMC. Not the reboot Dante, though. Please, no. Not even as an alternate skin.
So why do you say Dante?
Well, DMC 1 got confirmed to come out for Switch at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know when it's supposed to come out, but here's the problem. Capcom...
Already has 3 reps.
No, not that. Although I actually didn't think about that till now. So, here's the thing. DMC 1, just like, as the concept of, like, the game itself, in terms of the game itself, it is DMC 1 in HD, sold for $30 separately, as far as I can tell, or $20 separately. I got the DMC collection that comes with DMC 1, 2, and 3 for $20 on PS4.
What on...
Granted, I think it's been out for a while on those systems, but still, that's not cool.
That's ridiculous.
You know? Like, but the fact that DMC is on Switch means that Dante could get in Smash. But and funny enough, the voice actor for Dante, Ruben Langdon, has 2 voice credits ever. He's only voiced 2 characters in any video game. Those 2 characters being Dante and Ken from Street Fighter. And that's it. This is the only characters he's ever voiced in anything ever. I just thought that was really funny. But yeah,
so,
he's voiced those 2 characters, and
as for the 2 characters,
sure, that has nothing to do with anything, but still, I just thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, Dante being in Smash, maybe they could like. I doubt they would put. Nero in. Like, I don't know. Maybe it could happen because DMC5 is the new one. Maybe they could put like the Nero with the robotic arm, but like I don't know if they'd be willing to do that because like people were saying the same thing about Castlevania stuff. People were saying like. Alucard could make it, but like Simon Belmont was put in instead because that's like the first Belmont that we ever saw. It's not the first Belmont in Castlevania timeline order, but it is the first Belmont. So he's the protagonist of the NES Castlevania, so they decided to put him in Smash.
The most iconic.
Yeah, and the most iconic as well. So I'm thinking it'll be the same kind of thing here, or maybe. I don't know, maybe Dante is the character, and then Virgil's an Echo? Maybe? Or maybe at least an alternate skin. I don't know. Could go either way. Probably would just be a skin, I imagine. Not like a whole costume change, but just like alternate colors. Because they did that for Joker too. Where they had like Akechi colors, or Crow colors, however you want to call it. So, yeah, it could go either way. Probably more likely to just be a skin. Just because, you know, Capcom already has like a character and their Echo. In the form of Ryu and Ken.
Yeah. So as for the second, like the two characters prediction?
Second character.
Well, at least the two characters prediction. Who do you think is going to be released on the same day? Who do you think will...
Hey, you know what? As long as it's not... What's his name for Dragon Quest? The
Erdrick.
Erdrick. As long as it's not Erdrick, Steve, or Default Skin, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Watch I say that and I'm going to be like, no!
Everybody will no if it was Default Skin.
If
it was only...
I mean, it probably won't happen, but like, you know, the rules
say
the non-existent rule set that I made up, that is totally true though, and you have to abide by it because I say it so. Look at me, I'm a Smash, look at me, I'm a Smash fan. I make shit up as I go. Oh, wait. But like, the actual, like, Sakurai has said it himself, like, the whole thing with Smash characters, or in general, is... 1, must originate from a video game, and 2, must be in a game on a Nintendo system. Even if they're not the main character, you know, and said it a million times, that's how Cloud got in, because he was on a Final Fantasy game that was on, like, the DS or something, so he was good to go. Same thing with Joker, Persona Q2, got released on 3DS, like, a little... In Japan, it got released a little more than a week before Persona Q2 came out. For us, it was 6 months before it got released. Because Q2 came out like a week ago.
Right.
So, but that's still a 3DS game with the character in it. And the characters are Persona 3, 4, and 5. And for me, costumes is just whatever, as long as it's in the same series as a character that's already in the game. Although, there is an exception to that. You know, they have characters like, they have Fire Emblem costumes, there's an Isabelle costume from Animal Crossing, things like that. But, it's also a Lloyd costume from Tales of Symphonia.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Tales of Arise got announced yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Wait, for Switch, or...?
That I don't know. It got announced during the Microsoft conference. I don't know if they... I doubt it's an Xbox exclusive. There's no way. But I don't know if it's just going to come out to all systems, or like what the deal is there. But Tales of Arise got announced yesterday, so since Lloyd is probably, or like Tales of Symphonia is probably the most popular Tales game, so it would make sense if Lloyd were the character that they chose for the Smash DLC slot, especially considering there's like a ton of other Mii costumes that like were, you know, they were Mii costumes and then they got turned into characters in Ultimate. Chrom, King K. Rool, Isabelle, Inklings, I think.
Yeah, Inklings.
Ooh.
Yeah, Inklings had their
You're welcome.
their costumes beforehand, and I think there might be like 1 or 2 things I'm forgetting, but like, you know, you get the general idea.
Yeah.
So, and Lloyd falls in category with those characters.
No.
Only like real stipulation is the fact that Lloyd's, I think, you know, Lloyd, like Tales games are made by Bandai Namco, so it counts as third party. But I don't think that should be a huge problem. And if it's not him, if we're going by that logic I mentioned earlier for a character like Dante, then that means Sora could get in. You know, and people have been saying this for a while now, but you know, there were Kingdom Hearts games on, like, I think there was one on the Game Boy, there was one on the DS, there was one on the 3DS. So, you know, there's been a few on Nintendo systems. And, you know, it's Kingdom Hearts, so that means they're all canon, and they're not actually spin-offs, even though they look like they should be spin-offs, but they're not.
Wait, so there's a way that Ultimate might be thrown in there, is what you're telling me?
No.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
Since they're all not spin-offs, Ultimate might be thrown into the Kingdom Hearts timeline.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, no, I'm talking about, like, the actual, like, not a crossover thing, but like Kingdom Hearts games in general, the ones that you think will be spin-offs, like the one that's called Dream Drop Distance, the one that's called 358 Days Over 2, that sounds like a spin-off game because they have Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, and Kingdom Hearts 3. So you're thinking, okay, so those are the 3 main games, and the rest are spin-offs, so you don't need them. Nope, you need them. You need to play them. Or in the case of the collection, watch them. Because some of the Kingdom Hearts games, when they made the collections, Square Enix themselves decided, you know what, it's not fun. No one likes playing these games, so we're just gonna remake the cutscenes in HD and just put them as like movies in this collection because no one wants to actually play these games to find their stories. That's just really funny to me. So like I think it was Chain of Memories that was on the DS.
Yeah.
That one got turned into cutscenes in the collection because Square didn't think people wanted it.
Was it Game Boy?
Actually, crap. I don't remember.
Who cares?
Game Boy.
Who cares? It was turned into a cutscene for a reason.
Yeah. No, I think the one on the Game Boy was playable in the collection. But the DS, it's just the ones that... It's like that, the mobile game got turned into cutscenes in the collection. And stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I think there was one other, I can't remember. But no, the Game Boy one was playable. It's only like 3 games out of both collections, or all 3 collections.
Are you talking about the one with Roxas and the?
No, that one was playable.
No, that's the DS game.
Was that the DS one?
It was.
I thought that was alright.
I believe it was remade.
Oh, okay. That alright. I was thinking of a different one. I was thinking of something else. Alright, yeah, that was the DS one. So I don't know, kind of a weird idea, but what if it was like, third parties were getting echoes, so what if they had like
Sora and Riku?
No, actually. Sora as the character, and like Roxas as the Echo.
Oh yeah.
Or Vent. Yeah, Roxas is Sora's nobody, and they're basically like they're supposed to be the same person essentially. So I imagine, I don't know this for a fact, but I imagine they would have the same powers. So that's why it could be an Echo.
Easy, Google it.
Dude, I don't care enough to Google it. That's the problem.
But yeah.
So,
I mean, if you think it should be an Echo, at least get facts first.
Yeah, but I don't. Speaking of Echoes, long shot, never gonna happen. John is an Echo for Bayonetta. But like Smash. If that was the case in Smash 4 somehow, then like that would be right. Because like we need another Bayonetta. We need another meta breaker. But hey, at least there would be more than one character in top 8. But like I wouldn't be opposed to like Ultimate having it like John as an Echo fighter since Bayonetta got nerfed hardcore in this one. Because that happens for Smash 4. It's like Ryu got put in as a character, and then in Ultimate Ken was announced as an Echo fighter in there. So
I'm gonna just say one thing. If it was one character, I'd see Erdrick, but I would love to see Banjo-Kazooie more.
I actually heard some ideas about DLC for Smash other than just like the Fighter Pass. Instead of having as like a future DLC pack, instead of just having a Challenger Pass with all new characters, have an Echo Fighter Pass. Yeah, so all the characters in that DLC would be Echoes, and that would be kind of interesting. I want to see where that would go because like Echoes went nowhere. Like it's a very clear concept. Like the whole idea is to label clone characters as like they list them as variations of the original character. But then like there were some characters who you'd think would be an Echo that didn't end up being Echoes. Like Falco isn't an Echo of Fox. Isabelle isn't an Echo of Villager. And you'd think like, okay, so that's probably because they're different enough to be considered different characters, right? Well, like despite that, trying to think what was the want to say Chrom has like move variations from Roy.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. So it's like it's not just. So like what's the stipulation? So it's like can one move be different, or like more than one special has to be different, or like what's the deal there? It was never quite clear what made an Echo different from a character, and I think Sakurai said in one of like those articles for Famitsu something like, yeah, Ken could actually be a character separate from Ryu, but we made him an Echo. Like with how different he is, he could be a separate character. They just didn't make him a separate character.
Yeah. Too much paperwork, I guess.
I don't know. I guess it's just like they made it with the idea like, yeah, this is an Echo fighter, because the whole idea with Ken and Ryu is like, you know, that they're very similar characters, but like they're different enough so that you could prefer one over the other, and that was the deal there. But like the way they made Ken in Smash was just like they gave him enough differences to be his own separate character, but they made him an Echo anyway because that was the original idea. You know, so. And then there were only ever, like, I think 7 Echoes, I think.
Yeah, there's like very few.
Yeah, it was Lucina, Dark Pit, Richter, Chrom,
Dark
Samus, yeah, Daisy, and Ken.
Yeah.
Only ever 7 Echoes, and it feels like there should be more than that. Like I mentioned, Falco, Isabelle.
They should have done like Blood Falcon.
Blood Falcon too. Yeah, that's another thing. And like you think, okay, so another reason for the Echoes is like, okay, so they take less time to develop than a regular character because it's taking the ideas, like animations and stuff, basically the properties of another character, modifying them and then applying them to a new character while making them different enough. So you would think, okay, so characters like Blood Falcon and Naked Snake could, or Big Boss, whatever you want to call them, they could get in as Echoes, right? Never did. It's like, what? It's very confusing. So like having an Echo, what?
I was going to say, who knows? They might be DLC then. It's like, oh wait.
Yeah. If they made an Echo Fighter Pass, I definitely want to see like what other stuff they could do for Echoes, because like there should be way more than there is. So having a DLC pack for Echoes for like the stuff they missed the first time, essentially would be pretty interesting to see.
No. I got another prediction for E3. I got a couple more.
I would hope so.
So, under this list for number 5, a brand new WarioWare.
Yay! That is the thing that I also want too. I actually thought about that the other day. About how we haven't had a WarioWare game in a minute. I mean, except like, for WarioWare Gold.
But that was just like rehashes of older WarioWare games.
Yeah, that's
if we got a brand new WarioWare game,
I want like a game like Smooth Moves, but with the Joy-Cons on the Switch.
Yes.
Because like I watched some stuff on that recently. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about this game, and I was watching it. It's like, dude, I forgot how cool this was. But like, because the whole thing with Smooth Moves is like you have to use the Wii remote in various ways, like you know, you hold it out in hold it out like across your hand, or like to balance it, or it's like you just you hold it like upright like this, like a mortar and pestle, and you like swing it a certain way. Or in some cases, they like it had you hold it normally, and it's like the mini game was just like drop. And if you didn't have the wrist strap on, the Wiimote just fell to the floor. But if you had the wrist strap on, it would just like dangle in your right there. Because there was a mini game where you had to drop a thing down a tower. And you had to do that. And it's like the Big Cheese was always my favorite just because the name alone. And it just has you do like, ha-ha! Like kind of like a big, you know, Big Cheese, like standing upright, being a hero.
Yeah. Kind
of thing. And then they had you flap your arms. But, you know, like stuff like that. Like they had 1-2 switch.
But that
so that's kind of like an idea as to what it could be like with using the stuff for like swordplay or you know, like a Wild West duel, carrying a baby, you know, things like that.
Thanks, Nintendo.
Especially with the, I don't know, maybe they could add an HD Rumble to the mix. I don't know how much they could do for WarioWare specifically, but you know, something like
do a decent amount.
Well, I think WarioWare would be.
I'm sure they could find something. Also, were those games just in-house at Nintendo, or was that a second-party developer?
I don't know.
I think it was just Nintendo.
But you got another prediction regarding games or?
Well, in terms of first party, I can't think of much more. I hope Animal Crossing's there in some capacity at E3. I'm sure it will be. So, what's next? Is next like third party stuff?
Well, I got a couple more things, but we'll get to third party here soon. If you want, I can share them and then we'll discuss. If you want to do that.
Alright, what's the next thing up there?
A brand new Kirby game. Or a Kirby spin-off.
Air Ride 2, please.
Yeah.
Actually, a spin-off would be better because we already have a Kirby game on Switch.
But Epic Yarn came out in 2010 on the Wii, and Return to Dreamland came out a year later.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But granted, I think Epic Yarn was created by a third party, or was held to be created.
And
is Good Feel a developer for Nintendo, or are they second? What's the deal with them?
I don't know.
Because they also made Woolly World and Crafted World.
Yeah,
so I don't know if that's just I don't know if that's an Intelligent Systems Game Freak kind of, or actually no, Game Freak's third party. Like Intelligent Systems where it's it is part of Nintendo, but it's listed as a separate developer because it's not quite just in-house, you know.
So wait, if Game Freak's third party, that does not mean
they're making games on PS4 and stuff.
Does not mean the first ever character that was technically third party is Pikachu?
Well, no, because I think they have some sort of whole agreement about they have some sort of deal with Nintendo about how Game Freak is supposed to make Pokemon games exclusively for their systems and stuff. I don't know the details specifically, but if I had to guess, I'd say that's what it is. So Game Freak is just tasked with making the games,
right?
You know, but they don't really It's kind of like how. Actually, no, that doesn't count. I was gonna say Bayonetta was kind of the same way, but the first one came out on 360, PS3, and PC. So I don't know if that's not quite the same thing.
The next prediction I had, which I'm surprised you didn't even mention, is either one of these two situations. All right. Either a Metroid Prime Trilogy remake. Or a brand new Metroid 2D game.
But on the Switch?
On the Switch.
Honestly, you know what I kind of want? Now that we've gotten a remake of Samus Returns, maybe we should have a couple more, maybe they could do, the Zelda thing. Because, Zelda for a while, when they were making the Wii U game that would eventually go on to be Breath of the Wild and also come out on Switch, what they were doing in the meantime was essentially making, some side games and some spin-offs, basically to tie us over until the new one came out. Maybe they could start doing that for Metroid until Prime 4 comes out. So, in terms of that stuff, Metroid Fusion remake?
Yeah.
Something like that, just throwing out ideas.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But what are your thoughts on Metroid Prime Trilogy remake?
It does make sense if they were to put that on Switch, in preparation for Prime 4. Basically just because I've seen videos of people running the Wii version of Prime 1 on Dolphin Emulator and updated graphics, so different lighting, different higher quality textures and things like that. It looks really nice, and I don't even I don't know if how far they would go for what's basically an HD version of an already existing collection.
Right.
I don't know if they would just simply upscale everything so that it's 1080p and it doesn't look as pixelated, or if they actually would change some lighting things, just do some stuff to make it look better. Not really, maybe not change a whole lot to the gameplay aside from obviously adapting it for Switch controls, for Joy-Con or Pro Controller. And that's another thing for Prime 4. I hope there's some sort of dual stick control option, even if it's not the default. I hope it's an option because it's a first person shooter without a dual stick control setup, and that's just weird.
Yeah.
I know there are some first-person shooters that are like that, where they don't have a dual-stick layout, because that wasn't, the first one that they ever had for first-person shooters. It wasn't, the first control setup, because at the time, they didn't have dual-stick controllers. That wasn't, a normal thing until, I want to say late PS1, where they had the first version of the DualShock.
Yeah.
And consoles, for the most part, since then, have had that, with the exception of I guess the Wii and handheld systems. But even then, I guess the Vita did have a control stick, even if there was only one. But, you know, like the original Prime, how it worked, it was standard control stick for movement, but it was like, if you turn left or right, it actually would turn you completely. It's not strafing. It wasn't strafing until the Wii version came out. Actually, no, technically it wasn't the Wii version. It was Metroid Prime 3 when it was actually turned into strafing and regular aiming. Like it is in most first-person shooters, but with the Wiimote and Nunchuck control style. So with Metroid Prime, it's like, the control stick is just movement, and then the C-stick, or the right stick, whatever you want to call it, was actually used for swapping out your different beams, like the freeze beam, and I don't remember any of the others.
Right.
The remembers the fire and the ice, and things like that. But, you know, and for Federation Force, they tried, I think that the whole reason Federation Force came out on the 3DS was because they were waiting for that sort of thing. They wanted to make, Next Level Games made that for the DSi originally, but they couldn't, I don't know if it was due to hardware or just the fact that there was no right stick, but they tried making a first-person shooter on the DSi, and yeah, they just didn't, it just wasn't how they wanted it to be, so they waited, and then the 3DS had like the Circle Pad Pro and the new 3DS with its C-stick, its tiny little C-stick, and they had Federation Force on there for that and the extra shoulder buttons and stuff. They basically waited for better hardware or better control styles for that hardware to come out. And oh yeah, I forgot, they changed the pronunciation. Now she says Aegis instead of saying Aegis, which is how it should be said.
Who?
The announcer.
Oh.
It says Aegis.
And I should probably ask, what do you think Nintendo plans on doing with the 3DS?
So it's dead.
Making it not the... I've been saying this for a bit now, like, you know, we all know why they kept it around. It's because it sold a good amount, but now the Switch has like 30 million units sold or something like that.
And now they're making more games for that.
I mean, wait, no, it's not 30 million. Where did I get that from? They didn't hit 30 million, did they?
They probably did.
I don't know. I'll have to look at that later. But point is, selling a lot. Sold a lot, still selling. Especially considering we got a bunch of new stuff coming out this year alone. You know, also, quick side note, Bayonetta 3, please, somewhere in there. Something, give me anything. Alright.
What are you hoping for more?
Side note done.
Bayonetta 3 or Astral Chain?
I mean, Astral Chain's coming out in August, and I know I'm going to buy it no matter what, so I prefer more info on Bayonetta 3. I mean, we don't know a whole lot about either game, to be fair, but, like, I don't know. We know less about Bayonetta 3, because, like, development started around the Game Awards 2017. You know, like, it got announced then, and it's, like, now in development exclusively on Nintendo Switch. You know, kind of like what they did with Metroid Prime 4 earlier that year. You know, but with Astral Chain, it's like we got that gameplay trailer, and we can kind of see what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
But honestly, in some cases, I wouldn't be too, like, blown off the idea of, like, them just keeping us in the dark until, like, release.
Yeah.
They did have a Wonderful 101 and a Bayonetta 2 Direct, respectively.
Do you think Wonderful...
Like, 2 separate Directs for both those games on Wii U. So it is entirely possible that closer to August we could get an Astral Chain Direct. Likeliness of that happening, I don't know. I'm just saying it could happen. I don't remember, what's the last time they did a third-party game for a Nintendo Direct other than the ones I just mentioned?
I don't know.
God, I don't even know. Like, closest thing I can think of is Fire Emblem, and I don't think that counts, though.
Yeah.
So,
But it's like, I don't know.
yeah, but, you know, it is possible. Yeah, Bayonetta 3, like, it's been a year and a half. It's probably not a completed product, and, you know, that's fine. I can wait on that one.
Yeah, it's part of the. I assume that's part of the reason Astral Chain exists. It's like, here's this other thing we've been working on for a bit.
Right.
Have fun until 3 comes out, and of course they released Bayonetta 1 and 2 on the Wii U in early 2018, or on the Switch, I mean. And they basically just like took the Wii U version and added Amiibo support. That's pretty much it. That's the only real difference, as far as I'm aware, between the two games, other than frame rate being better on Switch version, even in handheld mode, which is really nice. But those games seriously drain your battery, like, real hard. You know, like, Bayonetta 1, I did tests for this back when they came out. Apparently, Bayonetta 1 lasts, like, just above 2 hours. It was, like, when I timed it, it was, like, 2 hours and 21 seconds. What? And Bayonetta 2, like, keep in mind, that was, like, max brightness, max volume.
Oh, okay,
and,
that
like,
makes sense.
Playing with a controller wirelessly to the system, like, trying to drain the battery in as many ways as I can, but instead of without just leaving the system there to drain on its own. I wanted to play the game naturally. So, at minimum, I guess is more accurate, at minimum you can get 2 hours of playtime with Bayonetta 1 and about 2 hours and 21 minutes with Bayonetta 2. That's like the least you'll be able to get.
Yeah.
You know, so I tried as hard as I could to drain the battery just to get like the absolute minimum. And of course it's not 100% accurate, but it's as accurate as I could get. I don't want to run those tests again. That took a long time, as I'm sure you can imagine.
Nope. Okay.
So,
But another prediction I had. All right, this is gonna be a minor one before we get into the two biggest ones, or two big ones. They're gonna show off some more Smash Amiibo during the Treehouse, mainly for Joker.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Mainly for Joker and a couple other characters.
They'll probably also have a reminder like, don't forget in July, Pokemon Trainer Pichu and Isabelle are also going to be releasing.
Yeah. So honestly, I think
there's like, I checked, and I think there's like 4 Amiibo for characters that have not gotten announced yet. I think it's like Joker, Incineroar, Richter, and Chrom. And one of those characters does have an Amiibo, just not a Smash Series Amiibo. Chrom does have a Fire Emblem Series Amiibo, which most likely works the same.
And here's a good question.
I'm pretty sure it works the exact same.
Do you think they're gonna redo like the Mario, like the original Smash Brothers Amiibo?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Like, they had those restocks, which has been really helpful for me, because I can just walk into a store and get a Little Mac, which is something I couldn't say about 4 years back.
You got a point.
You know? It's pretty nice. Although, I think I did walk into a Toys R Us and find a Little Mac at one point. But it was only one time. I never saw it again.
Yeah.
Until... actually, no, I didn't even see it recently, because I ended up getting my Little Mac off of Amazon before I knew about the restocks.
Yeah, so
It was only like $20, but still. The most I've ever paid for any one Amiibo is the Bayonetta Amiibo I have. Paid $21 for that, and I don't regret it one bit. Because Bayonetta is the best. And also, it's kind of weird because the second version of Bayonetta with the first costume did get restocked at GameStop, and it was only the Bayonetta 1 version.
Wait,
They only
got restocked again.
What?
I'm sorry.
That's what I heard.
So wait, the Bayonetta Amiibo got restocked at GameStop.
At some point, yeah.
Why do I hardly see any?
Yeah, they also have like Cloud Lucina, first version Cloud Lucina, Wario.
This is just news to me.
Regular Smash Wario. Yeah, Best Buy also has stuff like Roy. I think they have Charizard, Pac-Man, Captain Falcon. I think I saw Roy there at some point.
Yeah.
And they get restocks with every new wave of Amiibo, it seems.
So
I've been checking their website. I checked in February, they had new stuff. I checked in April, they had new stuff. I'll probably check it in July to see if they have new stuff. But it's like each time there's a new wave of Smash Amiibo, they get restocks. And they also got restocks recently in May for all the champion amiibo for Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah.
Which is really cool. All 4. They don't have the other Breath of the Wild amiibo though. They just have the champions. But if they were to restock the other ones, I would be really happy with that too, because those look really cool, and I want to get at least like the Link Archer amiibo. You know, if nothing else.
That's
Like the rest of them are really cool too, but like that.
That's
one is
the only
coolest.
one I have.
You have the-
And also the Guardian.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, like, do I have the Guardian? But yeah, I did see Breath of the Wild amiibo around the time the game launched, but it just stopped showing up in stores, I assume, because, like, you know, it did... Time passed, and, like, you know, it's been 2 years since Breath of the Wild came out, and those were supposed to come out at the same time to time with the game, but now that the game is a little bit... Now that the game is 2 years old, which is kind of weird to say, considering how long it was in development for.
Yeah.
It's just, they just kind of fell out of circulation.
So it's
And also, Five Below hardly has any amiibo anymore. They did have some, like Ryu, Palutena, and Robin, things like that. But they, at a certain point, it just got to where they just had, like, a buttload of Animal Crossing amiibo. That's where I actually got a lot of my Animal Crossing amiibo was from Five Below, because they just had a ton there. And it's now gotten to a point where I now own all the amiibo figures for all Animal Crossing characters, including both variations of Isabelle. I don't have all the cards, though. That would take way too much time and money. But I do have all the figures. Partially because I've been planning for Animal Crossing on Switch.
Yeah.
And I figured, you know what, they're cheap, why not?
Screw it.
I got them at various points in time between, like, I think Christmas 2016, I got Amiibo Festival with my own hard-earned money, with my own money that I got for Christmas.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
But one of the biggest predictions I have, and I only have 2 more. Don't worry, we'll get to the third part here soon. Is that we're gonna get a new Tomodachi game on Switch.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that.
It's been a while. I mean, we got Miitopia in 2017.
Hopefully, like, since the 3DS is gonna, well, I mean, technically it's already dead, but, like, you know, since that's just kind of out of it at this point, and the Switch is just gonna take the place of the handheld and the console, I think they'll probably just move those sorts of games to Switch, like Miitopia, Tomodachi Life, and things like that. The goofy me games, as I like to call them, because that's what they are, really.
Yeah.
Goofy me games.
Like, I love the charm of them.
And I imagine
And
they'll,
I just
they'll
wish
just bring those over to Switch, since...
Like, if they're charming games, like, you can have a lot of fun with them. You could become friends with Matt.
All hail the roast beef.
All hail
the roast beef.
All hail the Virtual Boy.
The virtual boy.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I do.
All I remember is the roast beef. Or roast beast. I don't remember how you say it.
But
One of those things.
I honestly hope that we get like a Tomodachi game because like those are just charming little games. And I think it'd be fun to take
it would make sense. I don't know if it would be like announced at this E3.
I mean,
but like I imagine it like it being a thing that could definitely happen in the near future.
Yeah, but it's like imagine
'cause
like showing your friends your island by just like putting it on the TV. It's like, yeah, you want to see Matt?
Because like and especially with like Street Pass stuff, like there was Street Pass stuff in those games, in both those games, I'm pretty sure, but it wasn't anything major. It was just like exporting items to people you pass by. So it's like you could send them tuxedos if you wanted to. You know, that's pretty much it. So there wouldn't be any sort of major loss there. And chances are they would do the, this also applies to Animal Crossing, they would probably do the distribution of like new exclusive items every now and then. It's like every month there's like a new special item you can get from the store for a limited time only, that kind of thing. They do that with Animal Crossing games after the GameCube once they moved to systems that actually had an internet connection for more than one game. So it would make sense if they were to like have the redistribution of items. It's like if you want get it here first. You can get it at the shop now before it's too late.
Right.
But in Tomodachi's case, after they stopped distributing items, they just had the items available in the stores. But it was just like, if you want them now, if you want to get them first before anyone else, you got to get them at the store now.
Yeah.
You know, so
I don't know.
I imagine they'll do the same thing with with any sort of like Tomodachi Mii game on Switch.
Because like
and
it's somewhat
same thing with Animal
it's
Crossing.
somewhat
too.
like a series because like they started with the Japanese DS game.
Yeah, it was Japanese Tomodachi game. I don't remember what it was called. Maybe it was just called like Tomodachi something. And then we got the first one we got was the 3DS game.
And now I would love
And
to see a sequel.
They kind of like upgraded that into Miitopia, in a sense.
In a sense, I mean, still fun. Trust me,
maybe that could just like become the mainstay. Like we had all like the Wii Party, Wii Fit, Wii Sports, and things like that. Maybe that's just the replacement. Instead of having like the Wii game, so it's like here's what the system can do. It's like here's what you can do.
Speaking of Wii games,
screw with everything.
Speaking of Wii games, my next prediction.
Xenoblade Chronicles HD.
No.
I mean, I doubt
Is the return of Wii Sports as Mii Sports.
Yeah, but yeah? Question mark.
I mean, like it's very unlikely, but it would be very cool just to see it return. You know?
Yeah.
Oh come on. But I mean, that's pretty much.
Get pranked.
That's pretty much it. I see Tomodachi more likely happening, not Mii Sports.
Mii Sports.
Mii Sports.
I imagine. I don't know if they would want to call it like Mii Sports though, because if they want it to be like
Nintendo Sports or
something else. So like if they got rid of Mii's, but they could still continue that series with like any sort of future avatar, just like something they make up. See what I'm talking about? Garbage Boy. Garbage can on his head. No cool guy would have that. I'm telling you, he's lame. Got a frog for a persona.
All the cool kids chill in the dumpsters.
It's not cool to jewel in school. Oh, he went the wrong way.
Alright, so now that we're done with the first party,
so are we ready to move on to third party stuff?
Yes!
Alright, Jet Set Radio on Switch. Done. That's all I need.
Oh dear God.
No, but seriously though, like, we haven't gotten Jet Set Radio blank in a while. Because, like, we've gotten 2 games, as far as I'm aware, 2 games, those being the original Jet Set Radio, which did get re-released in HD on Xbox 360, PS3, and PC. They had those there, and they had Jet Set Radio Future on the original Xbox. And as far as I'm aware, that's it. Since then, they have had things like Jet Set Radio appearing in, like, I think the Sega Superstar Tennis game. I think they were
not to mention the Sega
and the racing games too.
Yeah.
Especially in Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed.
But
I remember that specifically in that. So if they could just have a Jet Set Radio 3 or something like that, I would take that, or a Jet Set Radio Future HD. Because there hasn't been a re-release of that game. Only way to get it is by playing the original Xbox version.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it would make sense that they put both on Switch, but if they only had to put one, I would want it to be Future. And apparently, Sega no longer has the original source code for the first game. So apparently they can't put the HD version...
What?
I don't get it either. Apparently, like with Activision... That makes sense. Like, they get rid of their source codes because they suck. You know, like, they're getting rid of the source code for...
Oh,
wait a minute. Hold on, go back. I gotta change my colors. Like, they delete the source codes for their games because they suck. You know, like, that makes sense. Like, they're a scummy company, so you expect that. But with Sega, it's like, man, I thought you cared. I thought you cared. And then again, if you cared, Sonic Forces wouldn't have happened.
I mean, that's Sonic Team for
not the way it came out.
That was Sonic Team, bud. That wasn't Sega.
It doesn't matter. It's still Sega. It still sucks. Like, but they got rid of the... I don't know if it was the source code for the original game or the HD game. I think it was the original game, which is why they can't, like, put the HD version on anything else anymore. It's like they had the HD version and then they, for some reason, got rid of it. And so they couldn't put the HD version on Switch or like the newer systems. They couldn't put it on anything else. So I don't know what their deal is with Future though. So if they still have the source code for Future, please, maybe, then they could have an HD version of that. Again, sequel would be nice, but more realistically, I think a port of Future or HD version of Future is more likely. And there was a poll. I don't remember when it happened.
Oh yeah, a while ago.
There was a poll for like, what Sega series do you want to see make a comeback? And Jet Set Radio was like second, I think. And the thing that got, I don't remember what got first, but I think apparently they did get a new game. So maybe. Again, it's mostly just wishful thinking at this point, but it would still be cool. Like at the bare minimum, all I ask is a HD version of Future and an HD version of Future. That's what I meant.
So for my first third-party idea, Rare Replay on Switch.
Go.
Honestly, I would be so happy.
I'm amazed it didn't come out on the. I'm just amazed it hasn't happened on a Nintendo system, really.
Yeah.
Because like some of those games, like Perfect Dark and Banjo, they were on N64, and there's some games like DK64 and GoldenEye. It's like, yeah, I understand why those weren't in the collection because GoldenEye has to do with like the licensing for whatever. I don't know what studio makes Bond films, but they had to deal with licensing for that, and Donkey Kong is owned by Nintendo, so they would have to. That makes sense why they couldn't put that on the Xbox One collection. But they still, despite those exclusions and like one or two other minor things, they still had a bunch of other stuff. They still had 30 games. It's like the tagline for the game was like 30 years, 30 games, $30. So it actually was sold at $30. Watch the Switch version of that and
become
that comes
40.
Up 40. Yeah, just like Resident Evil.
If it's gonna become 40, at least make a physical port.
At least give us more games in there.
Or like, give us like a physical
do something to make up for it.
Give us like a physical copy with like a booklet going over like all the classic games.
Yeah, like Sonic Mania.
Yeah, like that.
Do something to make up for the cost. I don't know. Rare, well, I think Rare would be nice if they had people in it now, but a bunch of the people that were part of Rare when they got after the buyout with Microsoft, and it's like they made nuts and bolts. It's like, yeah, you know what? I can't do this anymore. So a lot of them just left, and then they went on to a bunch of them went on to form Playtonic, which made Ukulele.
Speaking of ukulele,
can we not talk about
the new
this?
game?
Can we? No, I don't want to. Let's move on.
All the bright sides being made by a better company.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, Team 17. The same people who brought us Overcooked and Overcooked 2.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're helping out.
Right.
It's going to be a 2D platformer.
Yeah, that I knew. I didn't know it was made by myself. I just assumed it was the same people. Alright, you know what?
Playtectonics
I think I'm okay with this now.
Playtectonics and Team 17 are collabing for this, so... I mean, but,
everyone's pointed out what the problem with Ukulele was. It's like it just didn't have the heart. That's basically it. It didn't have the heart that
you're holding your nostalgia glasses too tightly.
I never played that game when I was young. I didn't play BK when I was a kid. I didn't get to play it till it came out on the Rare Replay collection.
Yeah,
because I never played the 360 version.
But just to see like all
I
these,
only played like the demo.
To see all these classic games get ported, that'd be amazing. Not to mention playing the third Banjo game on a Nintendo console.
I don't know. I just want Banjo and Smash. That's it.
I mean, it would be cool if we got Lily to play. But.
I think I heard jokes about it. But it's like Banjo-Kazooie is the fighter and Ukulele is the echo, which is the worst idea I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh no.
It probably won't happen.
You got another?
Because it's like they aren't the same. Like it's the same people, but it's not listed under the same studio. Like Banjo-Kazooie would be like the Rare representative essentially, or the Microsoft representative, Ukulele could just be like the platonic representative that like
Yeah.
not the same company, not the same studio, not the same series. Echoes have always been like same, like in series, like canonical, essentially canonical clones. That's actually, yeah, that works. Alliteration. You know, like we've seen similar to Marth, kind of similar to Ryu, because Ken was built to be similar to Ryu, and things like that. So Ukulele probably wouldn't be an Echo.
Yeah, I mean, it would be cool if we got one replay, but I got a couple other games that would be also very cool. But I'm gonna let you go. Got any other suggestions?
Well, I don't know how likely it is to happen at this point. But since Borderlands 3 is coming out in September, something, anything, I don't know, like what kind of capacity they would do it in, but like,
So like the handsome.
yeah, like the Handsome Collection, or like just selling them. Maybe what they'll do is they'll like, since the Handsome Collection only had 2 games in it anyway, they'll just do what they're doing for Resident Evil and they'll just have that be physical, and then have the
2 games.
the other game on like eShop or something. I don't know, but like, you know, I don't know if they'd be willing to, if they would be able to put Borderlands 3 on Switch. If they could, cool. But I don't know. It does look very similar to the other games, so I don't know if that has anything to do with like, I don't know if it really does take advantage, because like it does run in a higher resolution and a higher frame rate on the newer consoles than the original game did. Yeah, sorry, the original games did. Like pre-sequel Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, when they all first came out, they were all 30 frames. And then when the Handsome Collection and the Game of the Year version of Borderlands 1, they came out on next-gen systems, they ran in 60. And all 3 of them, I think, have 4K updates with them, if you're playing on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. So, I don't know, I guess if they were to bring Borderlands 3 to Switch, it would probably run in 30 frames, and you know what, that's fine. A lot of, because like I said, first releases for Borderlands games usually ran in 30 anyway. But you know, like, the first 3 games, and
would be there.
yeah, they could be done. It's just a matter of how they want to distribute them, because it could be like they do what I mentioned earlier, Handsome Collection, and then have the first one separately, which is how it is in the first place. Or they could have a collection that just has all 3 on Switch,
But
or something like that. You know, they probably would run in 30, but like it's kind of a similar thing with like trying to think what another game is like this. I want to say, I guess something like Mario Kart, or well, not Splatoon. Splatoon's 1 person per system, but like you get to do like 2 players on the same system, or you can do like up to 4 players with like local multiplayer, like between systems, and just like that. That's definitely something I could see happening, is like local wireless, 4 systems, 4 people with copies of the game or the games. Like everyone's together playing Borderlands 1, and something like that. You know, that's definitely something with like all the multiplayer stuff for Switch. I definitely see that happening, and of course, they could just do the standard online stuff, because like probably wouldn't be able to do 4 players on one system though. Because like Minecraft can do 4 players on Switch on one system, Mario Kart can as well, but like those are a lot less demanding. Because like they're, you know, in Mario Kart it's like a 3-minute race, you know, and it has very nice visuals, but they also cut the frame rate in half, and it's like, you know, it's not as demanding, but they still have to make some compromises. Minecraft just like doesn't demand as much from the hardware anyway, so that they could just easily make that 4 players on the same system. But with Borderlands, the 360 PS3 versions of the first 3 games only went up to 2-player on one system, and I feel like if there was a Switch version, it would be the same case, and probably would also be the way for that. Yeah, would be the same case for Borderlands 3 if that were to come over. Though I don't know what the local multiplayer situation for that game is. I think it's still 4-player on one system. But the PS4, Xbox One, and PC versions of Borderlands 1, 2, and the pre-sequel, when they had like the Handsome Collection and the re-releases, they all ran in 60 frames, like I said, and they also supported up to 4 players locally, so you can play up to 4 players on the same system, which was really nice. And because before, if you wanted to like, oh, we got 4 people here on the 360 version of Borderlands, and we're ready to play. Oh wait, no, we can't do that because we have to have 2 systems hooked up right next to each other on TVs. And it's like you have to have 2 TVs in the same room. I have to have 2 systems with 2 copies of the game, and it's like, oh, this person doesn't have gold, and we can't do like System Link or something like that. There's some weird issue because we don't have the router. It's like, but with Handsome Collection and the Borderlands 1 re-release, it's just like 4 people, 1 system. Yeah, they chop the frame rate in half for 3 and 4 players, but still, you kind of expect that. There's not very many games I can think of that actually don't do that for split screen stuff. You know, something like Smash Brothers, that runs at 60 all the time, but that's not split screen. But with split screen games, it just runs the game. It essentially runs the game multiple times, or like with 2 to 4 instances. You know, obviously they're in the same like lobby or party or room or whatever you want to call it, but it's still essentially running the game 4 times on the same hardware. So they do have to like cut the frame rate in half for things like that. You know, that's just kind of how it's been. Even with like, there have even been some 2-player modes that I've seen, like Sonic Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
Even though the game runs in 60, the 2-player mode, they cut the frame rate in half. 2-player.
So one prediction I have, and I don't know how likely this is.
I went on way too long for a talk about something that probably won't happen, but hey.
But
I don't know. I think
I mean, it's a podcast. It's a podcast.
Well, yeah, but still. Also, I can tell you what Borderlands thing. I can tell you what Borderlands thing will not come to the Switch. Since Telltale's gone, Tales from the Borderlands can't come to Switch. At least I don't think it can. I don't know if Gearbox could still get that to happen. But I don't think they could. Like, they because with that game they mostly just dealt with like licensing. Like, hey, you have the IP for Borderlands, you can use it for your game. That's essentially all they did, and then Telltale took care of the rest of it. So that probably wouldn't come out to Switch because like, what Telltale stuff came out for Switch? Batman and Minecraft.
Batman, Minecraft, season 1, season 2,
and that's it.
What else? I made a whole list about this. Hold on. I believe there's like 4 games. Okay, hold on. I made a list. Listing like every single game, and Telltale's on there. Where's T? Daggone it, where is Telltale? Is he even here? Team.
Telltale's games are going to be removed from Steam. No chance of a Switch release on any of them.
Well, we're doing a podcast.
We're still going.
We're still going?
Yeah, dude, it's only been an hour.
Okay, Batman the Walking Dead, and then 2 Minecraft
Walking
games.
Dead came out on Switch?
Yeah!
I don't remember that.
Walking Dead, the
Wait,
final
hold on,
season.
what was the other one?
Walking Dead, the final season. Walking Dead, Batman, and then 2 Minecraft games.
Okay, well, technically they're part of the same.
Hey, who wants
thing.
dogs?
They know. Aw, dude, it looks all murky out there.
Oh,
It's still
no.
raining. God, like the rain, like it looks so like. I don't know how else to describe it other than murky.
So I can say this, and I can believe Kevlar would be very pleased if this were to happen.
If what were to happen?
Spyro Reignite Trilogy on Switch.
I'm so surprised they still haven't
What?
announced that
I'm
yet.
still making some joke about furries.
Stop. I still need to get that.
Like, I'm. It's
And,
like, what? We're getting Crash. We already have Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, we have
We're
the
getting Nitro
N.S.G.
Kart.
trilogy on Switch. We have Crash Team Racing Nitro World, which is going to release on Switch at the same time as the other systems.
Right.
And nothing on Spyro.
Yeah, so it's like
At all.
My question is, because there's a whole listing about it saying it will be in August of 2019. So will it be there? That's my question. I want Spyro on Switch. Because, yeah, I can get it for Xbox, but it's like, the Switch is just, you can take it wherever you go.
You can play Spyro while taking a dump. You know, in the bathroom.
But,
You know about that? In the bathroom?
no.
It's a Weird Al song.
Well, you got another port that you'd want? Or, no, not a port. Or it's just like a new game on Switch.
We already know. Is Doom Eternal going to come out at the same time as the other systems?
Well, I don't know. I haven't checked.
I don't think I think they just said November 22nd. They didn't say like anything else. They just said the game is coming out at that point in time. They didn't say anything different for like, PC's coming out like a week or two later because of optimization. Although I guess they would probably announce that closer to the game's release. They didn't say like Switch is coming a month later or anything like that. They just said the game's coming out on November 22nd, and that's it. And it does have a really cool multiplayer mode. The battle mode. They just call it battle mode, I think. Or wait, is that
Battle
is
Royale?
Wait, is that battle mode, or am I thinking of Gears 5 that had the? Actually, both games have a new like 3-player co-op, or not co-op, but like a 3-player multiplayer mode. You know what I'm talking about, right? You saw the dude. You saw the press conferences, didn't you?
For what?
Bethesda had the Doom Eternal multiplayer mode.
So, I didn't watch all of Bethesda because it was getting late and I was getting bored real quick.
Yeah, Doom Eternal stuff was that was the last thing that they showed.
Yeah,
At some point in there, they had a multiplayer mode. I don't remember if that's called battle mode or if I'm thinking of the mode in Gears 5.
He's like,
It's 3 players. It's like, it's kind of reminds me of that one Conquer's Bad Fur Day multiplayer mode with like the raptors and the caveman.
No, I thought it was like the little squirrels they play as.
And that mode,
who are in the army.
Oh, that's a different mode.
Oh,
but
okay.
I say the one with the cavemen and the raptors because like
I was talking to Keith really well.
specifically because like there's 2 people on one team and then 1 person on the other team. The team of 1 is Doomslayer. The other 2 players on the other team are demons.
Oh.
So you actually get to play as the demon enemies that you fight in the campaign, and that's actually really cool. And basically, it's a test of strategy versus skill, they said. Like, the Doomslayer has, like, just a bunch of power behind him, so he works on skill. The demons work on strategy because they have, like, the different types have to work out, like, how they're going to kill Doomslayer. It's a pretty neat mode, but I am kind of surprised that it would be, like, 2v1. That just seems kind of weird to me. I mean, like, limiting the amount of demons, like, you know, Doomslayer is Doomslayer, can't really, like... it would be kind of unfair to have more than, like, 1 on that team. But, like, with the demons, they're still, like, somewhat standard enemies, you know? So I kind of feel... It's just kind of weird that they only have, like, 2 on that team. But, you know. And then there's that, the other mode I'm thinking of is the Gears 5 multiplayer mode. I don't remember if that's called the battle mode or if it's the Doom Eternal mode. But the Gears 5 mode is essentially like the Horde mode from the previous games, but like bumped up to 11, they said. It's like 3-player co-op. And I think they call it Escape.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, like my... Alright, so...
They didn't mention, like... They didn't say a whole lot about it, but they did show, like, a little trailer for it.
Oh, yeah.
So they showed, like, the basic concept of it. And I think they showed Gears 5 stuff after the Microsoft conference yesterday, but I didn't really take a look at it.
But, my thought is that...
I don't think... You know, just saying, I don't think Zelda's gonna get a Terminator DLC anytime soon. You know, so.
That's fair.
So I can tell you a third-party port I don't want to have on Switch.
Fortnite 2.
Yeah, Apex Legends. Yeah. I don't want that.
Yeah, that would be.
I don't want that. We don't need that.
No.
Fortnite was bad enough.
No, Fortnite is PUBG 2. Apex Legends is PUBG
It's
3.
PUBG 3. It's not a wrong way of looking at it.
First it was
Or
PUBG, then Fortnite.
they end up putting Fallout 76 on Switch. That would be something.
Yeah, that would be
Although
something.
they actually do have a free trial going on for Fallout 76 on Xbox One and PS4, and I think PC too.
Yeah.
I would assume.
No,
It's from.
Hold on. Can I interrupt real quick? Somebody got kicked off Fallout 76 because it was banned because they had too many bullets.
I don't remember that.
It's true.
I remember there was like some weird math with like the armor. I don't remember the whole situation, but it's like there's some weird thing where it's like a guy with the base armor somehow ended up being more powerful than the guys with like the best armor in the game.
Let me tell you something I would like to see on Switch. Now look, we know that there's probably, I mean, if Kingdom Hearts 3 gets on Switch, that would be amazing. But for the time being, I think this is more likely that Square will do. Release the Kingdom Hearts collections.
Oh yeah, the remix collections.
For physical copy as well.
Yeah. Those were on, the first two at least were on PS3, so I could see that happening.
Yeah, so it's like, I think there's a chance of that happening.
Thank you.
But, I mean, it would be cool. It'd be cool that would happen, but we can't really tell.
And I could figure out why everyone hates this plot.
What plot? Yeah, we can see why everyone hates it.
Alright.
Alright.
Oh no.
Alright, so what's next? Are we still on third-party ports, or?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
I just went. You got any?
Did that DBZ Kakarot game be confirmed to come out?
Actually, that's on my list. They haven't said a single word about it on Switch.
Did they say what system in general it's gonna be on?
I think
like if it's
I think Xbox and PlayStation. I don't know about PC.
Okay.
But chances are.
Yeah, because I remember it being in the Microsoft conference. If it's a Japanese thing and it gets shown in the Microsoft conference, it's probably on PS4 too. Like, there's no way it's only on Xbox. That would be suicide if if a Japanese studio were to do that.
Like,
Wait, what would be suicide?
A Japanese developer releasing a game exclusively on Xbox because they would make for Japanese sales they would make no profit back whatsoever.
yeah.
Oh.
Because like Xbox sells so bad in Japan.
Honestly,
it's like Christmas of like I want to say 2016. During the holiday season, they sold 21 Xbox Ones in Japan. For 20.
I bet Nintendo's all time supreme down there.
Well, Nintendo and Sony.
Yeah, but
But it's like,
I guess Japan's
honestly,
too good for us Americans.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was like the next one on my list. I'm not kidding you.
Kakarot!
Because like we
Oh,
got
that was
Xenoverse 1, we got Xenoverse 2, we got Fighter Z.
Well, we kind of got Xenoverse 1, depending on how you look at it.
Oh no, we did get Xenoverse 1. We
Yeah,
got
so-
Xenoverse 2 and Fighter Z.
Now we got both Bayonettas, but not both Xenoverse Versailles.
Versailles.
And honestly, when I saw that trailer, I was like, wait, is this actually Xenoverse 3? Because I forgot that they announced like the Project Z thing.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about
I
that.
think it'll be.
So I just thought it was Xenoverse 3. I'm like, oh wow, it's actually happening.
Yeah.
Nope, not.
I
It's
think
a whole separate thing.
I think it would be cool if we got it on Switch, but I hope. But it's like Bandai Namco doesn't like to share their toys with Nintendo sometimes.
What did you just say? They don't like to share their toys?
Yeah, it's true.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Bandai Namco sometimes.
They helped Nintendo make a game! 2 games!
They did.
Yeah, Smash!
Okay, but I'm gonna explain the next one because I had this on my list. Soul Calibur 6 on Switch. They haven't put Tekken on it, and they didn't put Soul Calibur 6 on there. And I believe they wanted Nintendo fans to beg to have Soul Calibur and Tekken on there.
I can tell you what?
There you go. You're welcome.
Goofy.
So, the whole, like, I can tell you one thing right now, if they put Soul Calibur 6 on Switch, sorry to say, they won't have a Nintendo exclusive character. Okay? I'll just say that right now. They don't do that anymore. You know, like Soul Calibur 2, they did that. They had, like, Yoda was an exclusive character on one system.
Yoda?
I think so.
Yoda!
Yeah, I think Yoda was an exclusive. I think Yoda was the PlayStation 2 character, Spawn was the original Xbox character, and Link was the... Oh, wait, no, PS2 was Heihachi. Yoda was in there, though, I think. Or maybe... Oh, wait, no, I think I might be thinking of, like, a... There was another Soul Calibur game with Yoda in it, I think.
Okay.
That wasn't 2.
Yeah.
Heihachi was PS2. Spawn was original Xbox, I'm pretty sure.
And then Link was
GameCube. But yeah, they don't do that now, so...
So
if that gets put on Switch, we're not going to see, like...
My question is, like, I hope we get Soul Calibur 6 and possibly Tekken, but mainly Soul Calibur 6 because some of the things...
Especially because of that custom character creator.
Yes!
That custom character creator.
I really want to experience that, but it's like... I want to take it on the go as well. Like, let me have it alongside Smash where you can make Mii fighters. So it's like, you know...
Yeah, but in the meantime, Minecraft Dungeons. That did get confirmed for Switch, I'm pretty sure.
Yep, it did.
Oh, hey, this is Death Battle.
And Switch.
Oh, heck yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, it is!
Yeah. Mitsuru better win, I swear to God.
I haven't seen it yet.
Actually, I can't remember. I think that comes out on the 12th.
Oh, yeah, that's next week.
Yeah, for like Rooster Teeth first members, it's out right now, but for the YouTube audience, it's out on Wednesday.
Goodbye.
Ow.
There you go, Andrew. You learned how to switch strategy.
No, I knew how to learn. Take a look at the...
I knew how to learn. Did you know how to learn though?
Austin, hold on.
Oh.
Take a look at the wins.
Dude.
Take a look at the wins.
No, did you not?
Huh? Yeah, I know how to switch your speed.
No. Dude, we're on the internet. You did an oopsie. Bruh! We're not deleting the stream.
No.
I'm gonna say this.
No one
It's
asked.
Jeff, not Austin. Get it right, you motherfucker. There we go.
Well, Andrew just got hit in the head with a pillow. That was pretty funny.
Dude, just that thud though. Just because my hand hit this. Just boom. Sounds like a fucking explosion.
Oh, wait a minute, wait.
Sounds like an explosion went off.
Boom. Boom.
Did you just wipe your face on the pillow?
No.
What? I know the pillow on him. He brushed the pillow against his face. Then sat on the armrest.
Alrighty. Let's see. Oh, this was my setup.
Oh
At one point. No! Heck!
no. No, I want to play the video game.
I want to play the video game as well!
Andrew, hurry up and swing! You motherfucker.
I was in mid damage! Dude!
No, you're not allowed to play the video game. Oh no! Oh, now I don't get to play. You play when I say you play, which is not now.
No!
Gotta just bam long range attacks.
Like that. Oh, I was trying to. Nope. Come on. Hey, guess what? I can do that too.
Heck, no!
Bye.
Like that. Yeah. Easy. Where's my mouth keep moving? Because they synced it up with the Japanese on
Alright,
it.
so I got one
That's
more.
why there's like long pauses in between dialogue.
So I got one more prediction, and then, yeah, that should be done. Cadence of Hyrule will be released on the same day as E3.
Oh, I thought you wanted Sonic 06 on the Switch.
No, why?
no, who wants that? It's trash.
Surad.
No, but people want Sonic Adventure 3. But it's like, guys, we already have that. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog 2006.
Yep, and they
That
don't.
is Sonic Adventure 3.
They don't. They're like,
Because it has all the same gameplay elements. It has like all the same gameplay elements from the Sonic Adventure games.
They keep on denying
I
it.
made a
They're like,
mistake.
no, that ain't Sonic Adventure 3.
I ate
Guess
those
what?
sour cream and onion chips. That was a mistake. I can't get a taste out of my mouth now. It's there. I can taste it. I hate it.
No, I hit the A button.
This is torture.
Hit the A button. Screw off.
I still can't taste it.
Switch.
I hit the A button. Screw you.
Yeah.
I'm pressing buttons. I'm pressing buttons. I was blocking that. Come on.
Suck it up, Buttercup.
Oh,
Hey, was that a reference to our one stream?
online
Anybody
only.
remember that?
What was like? That's a whole separate thing. I was shielding.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And
I was blocking that. Come
in
on.
all reality, it's because I hit something preventing me to shield.
No.
You hit something. You hit something that stunned you, so you couldn't use your shield,
Yeah.
and then he killed you.
Goodbye.
Yeah, and I was blamed for that. Yeah, sure I hit something, but I couldn't shield.
You know, he's actually watching the stream right now.
Who?
Josh. He's
Yeah.
been in here the whole time.
He has?
Well, okay, not the whole time, but he joined in.
But yes, we recently proved that by rewatching. It's like, wait,
Not recently.
wait.
That was a while back.
Yeah, a while back.
Where
but
is he?
still.
Oh, what on earth?
Yeah, he's been here for a while.
Can we just get one good 3D Sonic game in this generation?
Nope, you're asking too much there.
Hey, Crash and Play Sleuth, thanks, Josh.
I like that. There was so much hype around Forces. Forces came out and everyone hated it. There was no hype around Team Sonic Racing, and it comes out and everyone loves it. That is so backwards.
Hold on, let's see what's
It
going
seems like the opposite. Like everyone should have gotten hyped for everyone. You'd expect everyone to love the 3D Sonic game, and then not really.
Why the lolly?
It gave me that. All right, fine.
Ew.
That better. Markava.
Bird Boy.
Random Undernight character that I don't know.
Bird Boy.
I want to see Gary from SpongeBob in Smash.
Yeah, man.
Why?
Well, yeah, they were on Nintendo console though, GameCube. So SpongeBob can't.
And-
Oh yeah. By the way, did you guys hear that they're remaking Battle for Bikini Bottom?
And that was
Yeah.
announced on the same day as Pokemon when people were busy.
Yeah. It's like THQ announced I think they said
Destroy all humans.
before that it was like
SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
there was a one game they announced, and then they announced Battle for Bikini Bottom remake, then they announced Destroy All Humans. I can't remember what it was.
It was like kind of like their mini E3.
Wait, Josh said.
It's like they asked they had announced 3 remakes in a row. I'm like, oh, these are never coming out.
Jeez, apparently racing
I was-
games are.
It's like if it was 1 or 2, I'd be like, okay. But it's like they have 3 games coming out. It's like, oh god, if there's more than this, these are never coming out. Never mind.
Heck.
Never mind.
No!
Why?
Oh,
It's a thing.
Tune in later today. Not later today. Tomorrow.
Ooh. Tomorrow,
And we'll
a
react.
little bit before noon, when the press conference happened. I mean, later today, in about 3 hours, is when the
You
Hey
Ubisoft.
guys, she's using her pussy to attack.
wah wah wah.
Oh, come on!
All right, now she's dead. All right. Whoa! Wow! Dude, this is cool.
No, it's not cool.
It's extremely cool. I don't know what you're on about. What are you talking about?
Get over, kid. Billy the.
It's Flexi Boy.
Billy
Flex
the.
spell. Oh god. Stretch.
Can we get some more
How do I
Sonic?
Oh, there we go.
Oh
What's the victory animation?
no! At least.
I can't screech for that long anymore, so.
Maybe Andrew could be good at Plays Blue. Thanks, Josh.
Yeah, 32 to 22, Josh. Look at the wins.
He has more than me.
That's because of luck.
Yeah, I was playing around the time that the update dropped, and then I just sort of stopped. It just kind of happened.
Now that I'm right here,
It just kind of happened.
I'm just going to say this. Now that I'm right here, I'm probably going to redline that mic.
I'm gonna end up.
Redline the mic. Just right after that.
Can we get?
I should probably mention to the fans right now, I am drinking root beer, which is why I am burping. So heck off if you hate it.
Heck off.
Kids, there's nothing good about drinking beer, especially if
it's rooted.
Oh, right there, I just redlined it.
Okay, let's go. Anime fight.
It's been anime for the past 50 fights.
You know, you're
It
right.
didn't just change suddenly.
Are we weeaboos because we played this game?
I mean, we also watched anime, so...
I mean, I only watch, like, anime whenever, like, my...
I like to think Toku fans are slightly above weeaboos because they watch more than one form of Japanese media.
Corey in the house, Japanese dub.
I
forgot that was a thing!
Yeah, that. And I was afraid of, like... Oh, God. No, you don't get to attack. I get to attack.
No,
Okay,
no.
no, I don't get to attack. Oh, look at
Heck.
that.
There's my special.
Ugh. No. No, I want to win.
I want to be the...
No,
I'm going to win.
I'm the video game kid. I'm the one who wins.
Andrew watch anime,
Wait, what?
Andrew watch anime,
But only if it's hentai.
God.
If I was going to say you too, Jeff. Right afterwards.
Jeff.
I also need to buy the DLC characters. They are all be broken.
They are all be broken. That's not what he said.
What?
He just said they all be broken, not
They all be broken.
He
Oh,
said
sir,
that
may I introduce you to Teddy over here?
Oh, dude, low tier trash. I love that.
No.
I love me some low tier garbage.
Andrew,
Especially if it's Smash Brothers low
I
tier
know,
garbage.
I'm just
Because
trying
they
to
just turned Ganondorf into a B tier.
Yeah, but you could just replace Reese with
Well, Jeff
Ruby.
especially.
What? Wait, what?
It's what you just said.
Well, Jeff especially.
But that was right after DLC character be broken, so I'm broken. Cool.
Not a DLC though.
I am a DLC now!
How does that even work?
I
I didn't pay $19.99 to have you in my life.
Yeah, you paid 1 cent.
Unfortunately, that was 1 cent wasted. Damn, that was actually kind of. What
are all these TVs doing here?
Because it's the TV. You gotta use a TV to go into the shadow world.
Why?
What is this game?
Because that's how it works.
No, it's because TVs are soul-sucking machines. That's why we're staring into one right now.
Yeah, it's like you go into it. Like the guys, they just go into an HD TV at a Best Buy HH Greg like store. No, it really is just like those stores.
Yeah, I switch if I were you.
And then, like,
Yeah, I'd try if I wasn't good. No!
you have to get it.
Yeah, Teddy!
Hey Andrew, can you switch real quick? I
No.
wanna be. Yeah, it's like they go into the TV. I mean, like to be fair, in 3 that. Hey! Yeah.
No!
Yes.
Why decapitating Teddy?
In 3,
Hold on.
if it makes you feel better, in 5 they go there by using their cell phones.
Have you seen Persona 3 before?
Okay, how would you fit? How would you fit a human body into a cell phone?
No, they don't fit into the cell phones. It's just like
boop.
Oh, I'm there.
So you just click him on and say,
Yeah, basically.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
in 3
Well,
it's like
sucks.
in 3 they go to the school grounds like at midnight,
And they
like,
grab a
midnight
gun.
lasts longer than it normally does.
What?
Because like once it hits midnight, it turns into the dark hour.
No!
And people who have potential, as they will tell you in the first hour, like 18 times, if you
Also,
have
did
potential,
I see-
you don't. If you don't have the potential during the dark hour, you get turned into a coffin. If you do have potential,
Wait, you turn into a what?
a coffin.
By the way,
You're just in a coffin during that time period.
Josh said something. Also, did I see a Arcana Heart 3 on the character select list?
Yeah, they added Arcana Heart to this game. Only
that
one.
game is horrible, but there is Fix Robot Lady. There's only one character right now.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't switch back from Teddy?
Yeah, Teddy's the best character.
Teddy is not the
No!
best. Oh
Yes!
god, he got me.
Teddy, go!
Switch, thank you.
Alright. I'll say this right now. Teddy as a bear is not okay, but like Teddy when like it turns out he's a human, he becomes the best character in the whole game.
P4, but no, we're talking about 3.
Yeah, because 3 that's like 3 is the one where they shoot themselves to summon their persona. I told you
Okay,
that,
Andrew
right?
switch,
Yeah.
Andrew switch. There you go.
Teddy. Woo!
I mean, to be fair, Persona 2
Get him!
Persona 2 had Hitler. So
Oh
I,
yeah!
did I? Yeah, okay, I did tell you about that. Good.
Hitler! I remember
Yeah,
him.
because like the whole
Andrew
thing
switch back.
because with 2 it was
It's
like
okay.
the alternate
dies,
the
we're
alternate
good.
worlds. What the? I forgot that could happen. Yeah.
Teddy died.
You died at the same. I was attacking you while you were attacking me, and you died when I was killing you.
Even though the online is 100% dead,
Clawful.
I first play on PC. God, that was. Oh my
That
god,
was
awful.
funny. Epic gamer moments. 2K19.
Oh no.
You died at the same time. I haven't had that. I've only had that happen one other time.
No.
I think it was in the beta. I had that happen to me once.
Wally! You
But,
chose Wally!
At random. I hit random. And he's also got the same character.
Teddy's the best character.
He's not!
Yes, he is.
He's not that good. He's like C tier at best.
Teddy is the best character. He's horrible in the game, but he's best. He's best all around. You know what? I'm gonna get the Teddy headgear.
He's not very good.
He's not very
That's another thing, bear puns. They happen all the time.
Lollygag, lollygag, lollygag. There's Josh for you. Yeah!
No, I'm getting beat.
Goodbye.
Dodge that.
Heck you. Goodbye.
Rip Teddy. Oh, guys! His head! His head was when he gets hit!
Teddy kill him. No!
Oh yeah!
Did you not see his
Teddy,
eyes?
no!
No, I want to win.
No, I want to win.
You don't get to play. What? There we go. Okay,
Teddy,
that was
no! Why'd you fail
weird.
me?
You don't get to play. Teddy bailed because you let him get hurt.
Dude,
like-
his neck ripped open!
Yeah, because it's a suit.
That
That happened. There's a scene like the second time they go to the Shadow World, they go and they see him and his head falls off and they have to put it back on. But somehow there's no dude inside at that time.
Wait, but isn't there a zipper? So why would it fall off? Or why would it open up? Because there's a big old zipper on the back.
I assume the zipper.
Go,
I mean, I've had that happen to jackets before, where it's like the zipper, like just the whole thing, just like it opened up at a certain part.
Oh, by the way,
They was an old jacket, but
Skylar.
it did still happen.
Yoda was in Soul Calibur 4.
Okay, yeah. I
I
was
thought I
thinking-
said Yoda.
Yeah, Yoda.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. You guys remember Gogurt, like the tubes?
Gogurt is the best
Yeah,
snack.
Gogurt.
Yeah, Gogurt. I say that like it left existence, and now it's still around.
But Koto.
Yeah.
Koto, what?
Gogurts are great for multiple things, like chucking it at people's heads.
Whacking people.
For example.
Did you just say to blacken people?
No, for whacking people. Whack.
Oh!
Not to blacken. What does that mean? What does that even mean? It's like, oh, you put them in the.
Yeah, no!
Teddy, no.
Beat him up! No!
I enjoy
Alright,
that.
come on, girl, be good. Be a good
Teddy,
girl.
no! Stop it!
Please be good.
Yeah!
I don't know, not great.
Teddy, go Super Saiyan!
No, he beat them both up.
Teddy, no!
Here's Wick! Yes! No! Ah! No, I was attacking! Ah! No, that's not fair. Oh, come on.
Teddy, get him!
Ah, I got stabbed. Look at the cat.
Holy yeah, Teddy!
Its eyes closed.
Teddy's the best character.
Andrew cheats.
What?
This game isn't fair. Why she just called herself the creme de la creme?
Wait, did you tell them that kids shoot themselves during combat in Persona?
Yeah, they do. No, I'm serious. That's a thing. They shoot themselves to summon their personas in 3. And they never question it, ever. At any point.
You're going, Teddy!
Yeah, boy, let's go. I picked Teddy first.
No, I get Team Teddy!
Yeah, in 3 they shoot themselves to summon their personas.
They do!
Yeah! They do!
Look it up on YouTube right now, Josh, if you don't believe us.
No,
I can't.
there's Teddy!
It's like how
Oh god! That's true.
demonic Teddy.
Demonic Teddy on your television screen.
Oh god, his face is getting caved in. You saw that?
You thought Annabelle was terrifying. Wait till you see Teddy.
I mean, just watch.
Yeah!
Bye.
Oh heck!
Oh, I got freezing.
Yeah! Take this and this.
Oh! Oh, that sucked. Oh no!
Goodbye. No! I want to. I like how main character sees the girl, shoots herself, forget her name, and then proceeds to do
And then proceeds to what?
to do it to fight on the blood.
Yeah, he like okay. In like one of the first cutscenes, in like the one of the first cutscenes, they're on the protagonist Kun and the girl are on the rooftop of their apartment dorms, fighting a shadow, and the one girl's gonna shoot herself in some of her persona, and she drops the gun because she gets hit by the shadow, and then protagonist boy picks up the gun, shoots himself, and summons his persona, and then he passes out for like 2 weeks.
What?
I think.
Okay,
I don't.
okay,
He passes out for a long period.
Dead.
No,
He's done something to the head.
Here's Teddy.
No, but they're
Explain
fine.
the cutscene to them, yeah?
What?
Explain the cutscene to them, yeah?
It's like I don't remember. It was a long time. I don't remember if it was 2 weeks exactly, but it was a long time.
Bokoto.
Oh god.
It's a tragedy that we didn't get any Persona
Yeah.
3 characters on here because they would have shot themselves.
No, there are. There are 4 Persona 3 characters
In this game?
in this game. Yeah.
Who?
Akihiko, Mitsuru.
Wait, is one of them Frog Boy?
I guess it. No. Frog Boy is 4. I guess Labras. Actually, I don't know if Labras counts. I don't think she does. I guess Mitsuru Akihiko. Labras was in Persona 4 Arena.
Teddy!
But like,
Survive!
what was that face? You saw that, right?
I've seen that face multiple times.
Kill him, Teddy!
He went Super Saiyan. Oh God! Yeah, it's stuff like that. Like,
no!
They shoot themselves to
The
summon.
only good
I'm not lying
characters
when I
get
say they
killed.
shoot themselves to summon their persona. I'm not lying when I say the 2 dudes in JoJo were totally humping each other. That's not a joke.
Wait.
Or the time that like, what else? Or the time that like, oh God, I'm trying to think of another weird JoJo moment. You know, because they're in short supply, obviously.
Andrew, Jeff, just gonna make sure you know this isn't real. This isn't a real gun. This is a fake gun, and there's no... And this is summoning...
Yeah, the gun is made with the specific purpose of summoning the persona.
What?!
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're telling me if you can accidentally grab the wrong gun.
If you grab the wrong gun and you pull the trigger, you're dead.
No. I'm saying when you go to play something like, put your hands up, and you summon their persona. It's like,
I mean, Joe...
I don't know what like the rule set for it is. I don't know if it's like the person that's holding the gun gets their persona summoned, or if it's like the person that gets shot.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's the person that gets shot because you have to shoot yourself in the head.
Yeah, I would assume so too.
I wish this was like Fighter Z Week. It's like 3 characters, so I could do Ruby, Teddy, and then Weiss.
Yeah, Mitsuru Akihiko and I guess they're all from Persona 3. Labras was in Persona 4 Arena, but I think she was like, she went to the high school from Persona 3, I think.
Oh no.
She was like the class president of that.
Oh, Teddy is the best.
I can't remember.
Oh, hey,
Teddy
it's
Roosevelt.
not raining.
Neat.
Hey, it's not murky anymore. Alright, Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy
What?
Why?
What? It's Teddy.
I mean, it's Teddy, yeah, but
Teddy
he's not the
Roosevelt.
president.
It's Teddy Roosevelt in a bear costume. There you go.
No, he's not
I
blonde.
don't think Roosevelt. Yeah, I don't think he looked like that. I also think he wasn't a total creep in real life.
No! Teddy! I'm about done! Teddy, stay alive!
It's like, oh God.
Teddy, kill him!
Oh, that's fun. Now let me get. Oh, no. I don't get what I want. Yeah! Aw,
Dead.
I got poked. Ooh, oh no! Yeah!
Teddy!
Get punked. Oh God! Oh, I was hoping he wouldn't switch. No. I wanted to kill Teddy, but he switched before I could. Aw.
Teddy, so long.
Maybe she kicked me.
I mean Yang Makoto. I made Yang and Makoto.
Made, not made.
Made?
No, I said made!
Andrew, it's not like you said made.
Made in America.
Made in America.
Oh, I think I might be wrong. Still might be right here.
Oh my God! I just remembered something. So there's a
Wait,
standard.
is Makoto here?
There's a Makoto. I don't know if it's the one you're thinking of.
Makoto. No. Naruto.
Squirrel Girl. Yeah, this one.
Aegis.
Is this the one you're thinking of?
Oh! I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
I don't know their names, Skylar.
It's a Squirrel Girl.
Except for Teddy!
So there's a JoJo stand in, I think it was part 7, that was called Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
I created Yang and Makoto. Makoto, Nan from Blaze Blue. Andrew, you Moten.
What? You what?
Moton.
Moten?
Moron!
You
So, how's this podcast going? About E3.
Yeah, it's great. No, but shut up. There's a stand in JoJo called Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, which is the name of a song. But when they had the localization version, they couldn't name it that because of copyright issues, because that's the name of the
Teddy's
song.
on the television.
So they changed the name to Filthy Acts at a Reasonable Price.
Teddy, no! Stop!
You moten.
His eyes now!
Dude, you got a lip. I had a stroke. Sorry.
Teddy, no!
R/had stroke. Had a stroke.
I had a stroke. I have to find that. Hold on. What's this matches done? I'll look it up.
It was actually R/had a stroke.
Oh, okay.
Die!
I'll just look up stroke and I'll probably find it.
What?
Yeah, like into like Reddit search, you search up stroke and it'll give you like subreddits with that in the name. Oh.
Sir, you're not gonna make it. Ah, no!
No, you're not gonna make it because you don't get to play the game. Yeah.
No!
I don't think that's it. Nope, not quite. Yeah, I kicked her.
Heck.
I kicked her.
But isn't that abuse?
Okay. Josh put the Reddit in.
Oh, okay. R/had a stroke. A stroke A? There's he put an I at the end of stroke. Stroke I. Stroke A.
Stroke A.
My left hand smells like sour cream and onion now.
39 wins.
High mains are cancer. Listen, buddy.
Wait, what?
He said hide mains. That's the character I just won with. Obtained a new title for playing like 50 matches. Look how much money we have now.
Oh yeah, because we did like 2 hours of playing local matches.
Yeah, that means I can buy new stuff. Hold on.
Like what?
Let's see.
I
I could buy.
R/had a stroke. He corrected himself.
Alright, let's get some skins.
Andrew, you idiot. It's R/.
What?
Scott, come here.
What?
Come here. Am I an idiot for misreading had stroke I, and it's I had a stroke?
I had a.
Bud, I think you should check your previous comment. It says
yeah, one of them says stroke. One of them says had a stroke, and the other says I had a stroke.
Have you not bought anything literally? Have you not bought literally everything yet? Oh wait.
Oh, for costumes you mean? No.
There's a lot.
Because I bought an avatar, I think, and it's the ruby one, and these are 25,000.
I mean, if we do more matches,
and those are the only things I bought. It's just like skins and avatars.
You're not smart. Had a stroke I was a joke.
Had a stroke I was a joke.
Moton.
Yeah, because he had a stroke, so he typed it wrong.
The joke was I literally had a stroke
while he typed it.
What?
Yeah.
Stroke you.
Because when you have a stroke, you go broke.
Go broke.
Not really.
Strokes is something not funny to talk about or joke about.
Where's
Thank you for
Okay, so
why not?
when are we going to talk about E3?
We already
did.
Well, we have more topics to talk about, don't we? There were other things.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I see he had a whole list.
No, I just talked.
Hey, look, it's John's colors.
The Nintendo Ninja Strike cease and
The
desist.
Nintendo Ninja
Issued.
Oh yeah, I heard about that earlier today. Some guy who leaked E3 stuff got a cease and desist this morning.
What?
Or last night. Yeah.
What E3 stuff?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. I don't want to like. What's the color for? Oh, it's Ren and Nora.
Nintendo Ninjas are back at it.
Akihiko with Nora's color.
Guess what, buddy? You're gay.
Alright, I'll buy the Mitsuko. That looks really cool. Next chance I get, I'll probably get the Akihiko colors.
Bam!
Can we get Sushi Strikers 2?
No!
Dude!
No!
That's what I was thinking.
No!
Sushi Strikers 2 would be amazing at E3.
No!
Yes!
No.
Sushi Strikers is
If
the
we're doing
best
the podcast,
game.
can we just end it here?
Why?
Because right now we're just basically bull crapping around.
Bull crapping around.
That's a podcast bug.
Well, we were talking about E3 at first, but now it's just this. At least change the name to something else.
Mr.
Welcome to the I Had a Stroke stream.
No, we have to misspell that on purpose.
Our podcast had a stroke.
A couple of times before, but that was bull hecking around.
Bull hecking.
Bull hecking.
Hold on. How do you? Okay. Dun. Wait a minute.
It should have been Teddy.
No, I've got a better idea.
Get Teddy. Get Teddy.
No, I can't afford that.
Why?
It costs like 8 trillion. What the?
8 trillion.
Wait a minute. Hello.
Who's that?
Who are you? It's Noel Arg.
Who's that? There's twice.
Little Rocky.
Little Rocky. Oh,
Such
I'm scared.
For you.
Ignore the phone, Andrew.
You don't do any. What do you do? What?
Zing, zing.
Andrew, ignore the phone.
No.
This zoom in.
It's like. She's too happy to be terrifying. Hey Andrew, you want to fight people online?
What time is it?
It's like past 1:30.
Gentlemen?
I had chips, so I don't want lunch.
Lunk.
I'm pretty sure literally everyone who owns this game uses that Ruby avatar. No! Everyone should use a Teddy one. Start the commission now!
This person has the Noel. Hold on.
That's cool and all, but if you don't have a Teddy outfit, then you're not a pro, bub.
You're not a pro.
You're not an epic gamer.
Gamers.
Gamers rise up. What happened there? I had some nasty.
Yeah, okay, her name is Noel. Alright. I had that right.
I need a shovel.
I need an adult.
You don't be.
Oh, the Ruby changed positions.
Oh.
It's the same person. It's the exact same person. Look at this. Oh, the Noel's over there now.
Noel Vermillion. I have no need for friends. I have anime fighting games. No, you mean anime figures, Josh.
And also wife and body pillows. Oh, buddy.
No.
Look at them. They're multiplying.
Whoa.
Soon the world will be nothing but Ruby.
That's cool and all, but can the world be nothing but Teddy?
No, shut up.
Why?
No, you don't get what you want. I'm telling you, Teddy is low tier trash. I don't actually know if he's low tier trash. I'm just trying to convince Andrew that he's not good.
He's the best character.
Even though he probably is actually pretty not bad.
Teddy is the best character of all time. Don't tell me otherwise.
You frickin' fricks.
Tell me what you think for lunch or.
Yeah, I would like to eat food
Okay.
during the lunch
So
time.
we got toaster strolls, which is.
All right, let's before we eat, maybe we should end now.
In the Strom, okay.
Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone. We're ending the Stromboli.
Since we're gonna be eating food.
Yum.
I mean, you can still eat and stream.
Yeah, but that's very not cool.
It's very nasty.